Hey everyone, thanks for joining our stream today. We have two guests. Trev and Ben are joining us today as well.
I swear I was backstage when I started that. Greetings.
Hey guys.
Yeah, as luck would have it, I'm at home today.
I was going to say, I thought Trev was supposed to be doing a 5 hours worth of driving today for work, he told me.
That
On
one
Monday.
got postponed.
That's great.
Not ready for the call.
That's great.
That's good.
So yeah, our topic today is vacation with guitars, travel rigs, vacation rigs.
Yeah, I thought that would be a fitting topic for today's live hang because Martin and I will both be leaving soon. He will be leaving on Saturday, going to Croatia with beaches and sand and
With no sand.
no sand and rocks. Yeah, right. You mentioned no sand.
It is sand. It's just not very fine sand.
Yeah, well,
Come back in 10,000 years.
It's a high grit sand. Yeah, very high.
Exactly.
not the one you would put on paper
True.
No.
to polish something.
Not ready for sandpaper. And myself, I'm leaving on Monday. Yeah, but I'm staying within Austria. I'm just going to Tyrol. That's 3 hours drive. Maybe there is sand. I don't know. I haven't been to the hotel yet, but we will find out. And so I thought, because we will both be off for, you will be leaving for 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks, yeah.
I will be away for 1 week. Do we bring guitars? And if so, what do we bring
Yes.
on our holiday, on our vacation? And that's why we came to this topic. And yeah,
Okay.
Trev and Ben, when you're going on a vacation or a trip, do you regularly take guitars with you?
Yes.
Yes. It
Acoustics?
depends. Like if I'm flying, no.
Mhm.
Driving,
Okay.
yes. Always, as long as there's room. I've done trips before and been away from home for over a week without a guitar, and
Mhm.
you do miss it. There's like down times around the campsite, and you're just like,
Mhm.
you'd be playing on your phone, but I'm thinking I could be playing a guitar.
Yeah.
Just way more fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, an acoustic of some kind, whatever I have. Usually, it's my most affordable acoustic I own. That's still playable.
Right. Something that's not
Yeah.
going to make you cry too much if it gets hurt.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, Trev, you're also taking an acoustic with you? Or
Well, I haven't. I'm just thinking of, since I've been doing this only a few years now. The
Mhm.
trip to the island I went, but I knew I was staying at my buddy's and he had all the amplifiers and stuff. So I just packed up the Explorer and threw it in the van.
okay.
Now, the last trip I made was out to John DeShane's place. And I took the half stack, the head, and the Explorer with me, and the pedals. So I was a little different though. I mean, I got a van and I'm driving there.
Yeah.
Now,
Not exactly a travel rig, but
my acoustic's still kind of in the precious stages
Mhm.
for what its price point was. It's not something I want to even bring out here if it's too hot. I like it to be in the climate
Plus,
controlled environment.
you have to pry it out of your daughter's hands too, because
That too.
she's pretty much claimed that as hers,
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So we're
which is
ready.
okay. We don't mind as
But
long
yeah,
as
you
she's
need like
smiling.
a $200 price point, give or take, kind of, something like you said that's set up and playable. But you don't need to worry about plugging it into nothing. You can just pull it out and play.
Yeah, I also think that if I'm going with an acoustic, I will not take my Larue because that's just too precious to me.
Right.
This one is not exactly cheap, but it's a little bit smaller. It's the Red Knot Junior, the Martin.
Right.
Right. I recently saw a video on that. I don't know if those
Exactly,
folks
that's
like
the
that,
video
no.
we
Yeah.
released last week. And it's due to the size, it's not exactly a small guitar, but it's smaller than a regular one, and it has a short scale length.
Right.
And it's pretty cool to take with you. And maybe I shouldn't talk about it, but I do it anyways. I got the nice gig bag. Ben, you've played the Shawn Mendes one. Did you see
did.
the gig bag it comes with?
I did
The
not
blue
see
one?
that.
You did
I
not. It comes with a blue gig bag that I think that's made of recycled plastic, and
Sure.
that's an awesome gig bag. And when I bought this one, I asked the shop owner if I can. Yeah, I said like, the gig bag it comes with just sucks because it's very thin. It's not really a lot of padding. And Tina was like, yeah, you can take the one of the Shawn Mendes. And I said, okay, what are you saying to the dealer, that you lost it? Or That'd be my problem. I will take care of it. Sure, great.
Nice.
I like this guy. I like this owner, Trev. I like that.
That's really amazing because that one's got a lot of padding. So I would take this with me if I want to bring an acoustic that I also enjoy playing, because I have cheaper acoustics as well. I have a 3/4 size, a Fender one, but that just sounds boxy. And yeah,
I think that's too is like also depends. Like I might take that 3/4 size Fender. I don't care how it sounds. It's just something to keep my hands in shape. But I know I may have a chance of running into somebody and we might be jamming. Well, now I need tone because I can't jam with somebody that have bad tone. Like we have reputations here. We're YouTubers for heaven's sake. So
if it's not just noodling but jamming, then you definitely need some.
Well, see, like I could travel with my Martin. It has a flight case, so like that's not a problem. But they all came with flight cases back in the day, apparently. Who knew? Which I always thought was like Fender. It's like you can spend thousands of dollars on a Fender electric, doesn't even come with a gig bag. Nothing. Yet, I will say even 10 years ago, their bottom of the line acoustic cost 300 Canadian and came with a hard shell case because all their acoustics came with hard shell cases for some reason. And I'm like, the case is worth almost as much as the guitar. So, what's up with that, Fender? I know you're watching. Or Fender Europe is watching technically, but you tell Fender USA and Fender Canada, please. You're all part of FMIC. You're all working for it. Please.
It would be interesting if Fender was watching. Life in the chat.
Dennis also does say, they have some really cool travel guitars now. I think I finally saw a travel guitar, if you want to call it that I actually like, which is one that RJ demoed recently. That it's like the same size as your guitar there, Lucas, except it folds in half. It's just it's not compromised in size, and so it doesn't have the tuners built inside behind the bridge weirdness and no headstock, and no, it's a guitar that folds in half. I went, that works.
There, I remember the name of it. In German, you pronounce it Forch. I'm not sure how it's a Czech brand. They have like this foldable acoustic as well. I can just show you the picture in a second, but I'm not sure. Maybe you would pronounce it. There was
an acoustic Philip McKnight tried out a couple years ago too.
Okay, so that's like modular.
That just looks like it has broken headstock. That just looks like that's.
Oh, it's just modular.
Oh, okay. No, okay. It's clean breaks, Trev. It's clean breaks, but first I'm just like that looks like the aftermath of the airline messing with your guitar.
Some balls and some
evidence photos. And
little chain travel, your Gibson travel guitar. Yeah, every Gibson is a headless, right? Yeah. At some point in time.
But that improves tone, so don't worry about it. I think they just tell themselves, hey, that looks like it.
So that's still that.
Yeah, with the backpack carrying case. Was that a backpack? No, that's a guitar.
That's extremely.
And then they do a deluxe backpack style because there's one that's just like a sleeve over it, and there's another one that's a little bigger, so you can actually throw a little bit of clothing in, and it's got extra pockets for this, that, and the other thing. So then you look like you could be backpacking through Europe, but you got a guitar on your back as well. So busking your way through Europe, sure. And all you do is David Bowie songs in the language of whatever country you're in. Just covers of David Bowie songs, and just change the
language. In Europe.
Or David Bowie cover songs with a different language other than English, but not the country that you're in. So if you're in Germany, you do it in French. If you're in French, you do it in Spanish. If you're in Spain, you do it in German.
Oh my God.
It's not an easy gig, Lucas, but we're trying to cover the costs, and I figure that's got to be at least a few euro in the old, I guess, backpack.
All in the backpack.
So let's say hi to the fellas in the chat, right?
Good idea. Trev was first. Don't get sand in your sound, though. Martin will most likely get rocks in there.
Hey, that's me.
Ben was second.
I know that guy.
Charles.
Charles was
He
here.
had a break.
He had
20
a
minutes
break
ago.
and has class again.
Back at work.
I was talking to him the other night about whether or not he was going to be able to make today's show, and he's exactly in high demand.
Yeah.
It's okay. Hey, the legend himself, Poo Ninja, in the chat.
Cool.
Sorry to skip ahead, guys, but
Yeah.
No worries.
No problem.
Then-
Ryan Hall is
the
in.
Ryan Hall on the slow
Seeing some of the music in-laws. Let me see who's next.
Dennis Ellis was
Dennis
next,
Ellis.
I think.
Did somebody get sand in their home? Not yet.
Also depends on if your kids get a hold of your guitar while on vacation. You get all sorts of things inside of it.
Yeah.
My son will probably try to throw it.
Thankfully enough, my kids are now old enough to
Yeah.
not do this.
My son is the dangerous one. He's 1.5 now, and he's just throwing stuff. Everything.
It's just the rage, the toddler rage. Yeah.
Full on rage mode. He's throwing whatever he gets. My mobile.
It's like I look after my niece from time to time, and as much as I feel like a fish out of water looking after a little girl because I'm just a single guy, I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, but little boys are jerks at times. They can be outright jerks. And I'm like, we're not well behaved. We're more animal than human. I swear. Until age 5.
Yeah, little kids, they can be. Yeah.
No filter. No filter.
Monsters. It's just we were on a trip with my family last weekend, and it was so funny. My daughter was just standing there, and her brother was walking by, and she was just pushing him over, like he did nothing. He would just walk by, and she was like, pushed him over for no reason. And I was like, "What are you doing? He didn't do anything."
He was there.
She couldn't explain, but well, little kids. So she turns 4. She's a little bit older. And usually you can talk with her, but then there's stuff like that. It's always something going on.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Puninta is
They're
also
so advanced for their age. Well, maybe not. Okay, now you're seeming more average. Okay, all right. Well, nobody's
Yeah,
perfect.
Ninja also in the chat saying the drain is in more places than he is.
I'm not sure about that, but yeah.
I like that. I like that,
Hold
Dennis.
that-
Hold my
basic.
Pop-Tart. Hold my
Is
Pop-Tart.
that so?
I was thinking juice box,
Pop-Tart?
but Pop-Tart works even better. Hold my Pop-Tart rather than hold my beer. We're having that debate. What was it the other night, Trev? We were talking on the Monday show how men don't live as long as women. I said because women never say to their friends, "Hold my beer."
Right. They don't
Yeah.
nearly the same amount of sugar.
That just hold my beer just lowers average age.
Hold my wine? Does exist.
Yeah. No.
Hold my bourbon.
No.
Hold my milk
Milk?
for the kids.
Well, I'm thinking a juice box for the kids, right? Hold my juice box.
Hold my apple juice box.
Yeah.
That sounds more like kids.
Or then again, the kids that are doing that kind of action, they're drinking like chocolate milk straight out of the carton. Just
That's cool.
high test stuff.
So yeah,
One acoustic left.
one acoustic left. I already took this one with me on the island.
Nice.
That's the Harley Benton one, the clone of my. Sorry.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Smart move. I like this. So essentially disposable. That's what you're saying.
It's
Compared to the Martin.
It's not going to be a heartbreaker or something. like
Easy
that.
Harley Benton fans. Easy. I'm
Price
not
tag?
saying it's a disposable guitar, but it is.
Sub 400.
back then
sub
it was
300.
250 only because it's the one without electronics. So
Right.
it's light and yeah. There's
And spec-wise, it's
spec-wise it's
pretty similar.
pretty much.
I dig that too. That kind of parlor-sized guitar because
Yeah.
you don't need a dreadnought. Well, although let's be honest, playing guitar outside, if it's breezy, you're like, can I get a monitor? I can't hear myself too well.
It's a triple O, so it's
Okay.
essentially like the Eric Clapton triple O 28. It has rosewood back and sides, Sitka spruce top. I think the fretboard is different. That one is.
That is very much, that's a Martin.
It has the
ripoff.
V-neck as well.
It has the V-neck.
It's the volute, the diamond volute. Yeah, they just ripped off a Martin right there. I'm just.
It's Harley Benton.
It's
Good old Harley Benton, ripping off guitar brands since 2015 or whatever. I don't know.
It's a total rip-off of the Clapton signature one with the V-neck
and I mean open gear tuners as well. To the headstock, it's all.
It was the diamond volute when I saw Martin flipping around the back. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Right? Can we make it?
Yeah.
Possible? Yeah.
Yeah, slightly different, but and I'm only saying that's fine.
So, yeah.
Now, how playable is that guitar, Martin? Is it easy to play? Is it fight you back a little bit?
Not really.
It's not really fighting back. It's
you need a pick or something.
The tuner.
Wise choice.
So
you get a pick afterwards.
Yeah.
Harley Benton is the clone factory for my new empire.
I knew it.
On the dark side of the moon. It got some pretty serious dings and donks there.
Yeah, because I really don't care for it.
You also take that hiking.
I take it with me hiking because it's light. It does not have electronics in it. It's enough. It's loud enough.
I need to get my 3/4 now because bad match.
Handle those fancy chords, Trev. Weird about with the Strat style headstock on acoustic. That's just all kinds of wrong. Weird. I don't like it. Stick on the side on an acoustic's just weird to me. Someone's been working on his thumb picking, Trev. Just saying.
So that was pretty much my on the sofa or take with me because I don't care what happens to it acoustic guitar. And it pretty much still is. The only reason I'm keeping it is because it's a 3/4 and maybe my kids one day want to play it. If not, I would get rid of it because I don't play it anymore because the Martin is like 10 times better.
Right.
But it's a 3/4, it's really small. And because you mentioned you have a 3/4 Fender, I thought of this one because it's the 3/4 Sonoran. Yeah, it was like €100.
The Sonoran, that's it, the Sonoran. I was like, what's the name of those ones with those headstocks? Sonoran.
Yeah, it looks strange with the Strat style headstock. That's true.
So yeah, but that one
I think the sound is really good.
Plays fine, sounds good enough for what it is. And I was on that island in Croatia a couple of times, and once I had this one with me. And another guy was on the verge of trading a 12-string Martin Dreadnought with me with that guitar.
I'll go with this thing for the cheap one I'd take that I have right now. So I don't know. I got I paid $40 for it, and then I spent another $30 for strings. And it's made in Japan, 70s. I don't have any kind of a gig bag or anything for it. So, it would just lay on the back seat, basically, right? Maybe put a seatbelt around it, or I would pick up, walk into Long McQuay and say, what is the cheapest gig bag you have for this in stock?
It's just like a dust cover. But
a little heart shell would be nice. Billy Baloney in the house.
Billy Baloney. Thanks for joining.
Oh, you're not too. We're not going to hear this thing outside, though, if there's any kind of noise, though.
Yeah, with the nylon strings, it's
Yeah.
probably not putting out that much.
The sound just goes off into the breeze.
And off it goes.
But that's okay if you don't want to necessarily be interrupting anybody. You're just sitting there practicing, essentially.
Right.
Then it's pretty much perfect for this, right?
And then they go, "Can you play classical gas?" No. What can you play? I can play Willie Nelson tunes. Oh, well, all right, gotcha. That's
So yeah, I had this one with me, but this year I'm taking an electric with me once more.
okay.
I already took a couple of electrics with me on vacation.
But probably not your 335.
It really depends. I even not on the island, but I even took my 335 once with me. But on the way there, I had to play for someone. So I don't know which occasion it was, but I remember I had the 335 with me, and for whatever reason I had to play for someone something. And
But did you go to the south then, or just maybe like Vienna?
yeah, it was Vienna and to Styria, to my relatives.
Because that's also something to consider. I mean, taking the 335, one of your most precious guitars, and exposing it to the heat and whatever weather conditions in the car, maybe.
That's.
Do you have a hard shell case for it?
Yeah.
I really, whenever I travel, I do prefer a hard shell case, if not a road case, like plate case. And that's just me.
I would not.
Now, here comes the mono case.
Exactly. I would trust this thing more than the hard shell case the 335 came.
Well, you can do that. You can trust that all you want, but I'm trusting my hard shell cases because they're hard.
Yeah.
So with that case, you're taking one of each, right? An acoustic and an electric.
You could.
Yeah, well, with that one, that's a double case, right?
This one was in there.
This one was in there, but it's really packed with this. It's really not meant to have an acoustic in there. It's for a semi-hollow, so for 335 and for another electric. And yeah, I just took that one with me to bring the two guitars that, will be my travel rigs now, from now on.
So you bring any kind of amplification with you? You got a little battery-powered amp, or you got somewhere to plug into
I'm getting the amp. You're getting
I was going to say, you. Well, see, with 335, you don't necessarily need an amp, but it gives you the option.
Oh, your Spark, of course.
Or, so now you got the Busker 5000 strap on there, Trav. You see what he's doing there? So you can have that hanging off one shoulder. Well, exactly. Yeah, you got it behind you. Exactly. And you're mobile, and you can walk up and down the beach.
Jump on your skateboard and head down the boardwalk.
Yep. Boom.
It's pretty heavy. I wouldn't hang it over my shoulder. It's
really not for that.
Well, you just hope you make enough money busting for the chiropractor the next day.
Yeah, I already know that when I'm on that island, I will have to play for the people there. So
this one's loud enough for that.
Yeah, it's loud enough for that.
And you have the tones on the presets that you enjoy. So right.
That, and I can run backing tracks through it. I can also practice with the songs that I'm playing with my band. So I can put that one also through it. I can use headphones on it. So yeah, let's go with what else will I take with me before revealing the guitar itself. We'll take a pack of strings.
Yes.
Then
makes sense on a lonely island.
Obviously,
tuner.
The tuner, a clip-on tuner.
Isn't there a built-in tuner in the Spark?
The Spark has a built-in tuner, but I still take one with me. Just
spare tuners. You can lose a tuner in the beach sand in a heartbeat.
Headphones,
sure.
So I can play noiseless when I wouldn't.
Martin's much more considerate than us, Trev, because you take apparently your half stack traveling.
He's taking headphones.
I didn't bring headphones. Actually, I did, but that was for a different reason.
yeah, pliers and the string stretcher.
That's a must.
Yeah, and then I have one Allen key,
Yep.
and
That's not for the truss rod, is it?
it's not for the truss rod, no. That's for something
Way too
very
small.
specific. So let's get the guitar.
Uh-huh.
Let's get the guitar.
I know which guitar, but what is it doing?
Because I can see taking a truss rod key, because once you set your action, you should never have to change it again, because that's a fixed thing. But truss rods always with different heat and humidity combinations, they just like to go all over the place.
I'm not too worried about this. The thing is
A dinged up guitar is also great as a treble guitar.
That
exactly
looks familiar,
take
Trev.
the road worn because every ding makes it more valuable.
That's how it works.
It's a
Right?
right? Right?
Something like that.
So, can you guess why I have the Allen key? It does not fit anywhere on the guitar, really.
Okay. But Allen key
We use it as a trim bar? No.
for extra
No.
dings. No.
No. So, what happened to me already once was that the ball ends of the string got stuck in the track.
Ah.
Push it out.
And to push it out from one side with one push, I have that Allen key with me.
Okay, that just fits in
Smart
there.
man. See,
That's
he's
that marquee
thinking.
smart.
Yeah, I go up to the bar and ask him for, like, I don't know, a stir stick
Straw.
or something, or, you know, oversized toothpick of some
Yeah,
kind,
but
skewer.
with my luck, I break
Umbrella.
these things.
And then there's more in
And
there.
then there's
more
more
stuff,
stuff
eh?
in there. So yeah, that's
Oh, okay, you have it that loose.
yeah. I
I
don't
just
have
saw
a
that
spring.
guitar driver. I went, that looks familiar.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, so that's the guitar I'm taking with me
I'd
because
totally take that with me.
yeah, it's with the neck, it's more robust than with a Gibson style or any angled headstock. So for me, it has to be some Fender style-ish guitar when I go on the island.
Did you think about the telly? The
I
Baja
thought-
maybe? Not your lava telly, not the new one?
I did think about the Baja Tele. Usually, this would come before I would take the
Road
Strat
one.
with me. But yeah, I'm thinking of not using the Baja Tele anymore. I have it planned for someone. He may be in the chat
Or in class?
or in class.
Oh,
So yeah.
So yeah.
What happened to your classic vibe shred, by the way? Where is
that one? That one is also stored away. The classic vibe will go to my buddy Franz,
Ah, right.
and that's why I'm also not taking that one with me.
Makes sense.
So yeah, this one, yeah, the Baja Tele, I don't want to ding up, right? Because I want to give it to
yeah,
someone.
because who wants a relic telly? You know.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I want. If he wants it relic, he can do it himself, right?
Right.
Liars.
I'm not.
Allen key.
Yeah.
Right. I see a hornet trying to get out my window, so I'm going to help him escape rather than attack me later during the show.
So yeah, this Strat is my choice for traveling, especially to these remote places
Yeah.
where it's getting a little rough because a ding on it will not hurt, and yeah, it's still a very high class instrument. So
Excellent.
Pretty robust as well,
yeah,
I'd say.
and if I want to fly or something like this, I can also remove the neck and
Break
do
it
it
down.
like I did with the tele when I flew from San Francisco to Europe again.
Mm.
So
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to die.
Neither is the Hornet.
I'm not that I'm allergic to hornets. I just fear he'd attack me somehow to the point of death. So, you going back into nature you go.
Franchise opportunities, speed relicking services booth.
Yeah.
Poo Ninja's masterclass.
What I already took with me was, I don't know why I did it as well. I already had the 339 with me on the island as well.
Okay.
For whatever
That
reason.
must look so small on you, a 339.
Maybe because it reminds
just
you of
look
your
adorable.
335, but it's not an expensive guitar.
Yeah.
Let's just get the semi-hollow vibe, but at the budget.
Oh, Ryan's back in HD now. Awesome.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Ryan.
Welcome back, Ryan.
I'm jealous.
But yeah, the 339 is also just about the size of a Les Paul.
Yeah.
But you're just Martin and the 335. That's just the right combination. So
yeah,
a smaller semi-hollow just makes you look bigger.
When Laz and I were at NAMM, there was, I don't remember the name of him. There was one guitar player having a gig there, and we were not sure if he was having a 339 or a 335. He was so big that we were not sure if it was it could have very well been a 335 that looked so small on him, because he was almost a head taller than me.
Oh wow!
So I had to look
giant.
I had to look up to him like this, and yeah, we were standing a little bit further back, and we were like, "Is this a 339 or is it a 335?"
A headless would look funny on that guy.
And I said, "Well, he's so big, it could very well be a 335." It was almost scary.
Or a bass. Speaking of electrics and headless guitars, where's mine? Here, on the wall hanger. I'm not sure yet if I take a guitar with me, but this one is just perfect.
Yeah.
See, I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. I totally get it. It's those things, because I know RJ traveled with a headless guitar for years because he could carry it on to any flight when he's doing flying dates.
It's so small, it's so light, and the neck on this one, on the Ibanez Quest, is just perfect. And Martin tried it at NAMM, and back then you already said, if I would ever get a headless guitar, it would be this one. And then I saw this in the shop, and I got a great deal for it, and that's why I had to take it with me. Because before I got my Stramberg, I wanted an Ibanez Quest, but then I got the what's they called? The Refurb Stramberg, the one they sell for a discount because they're like B stock. But I still like the Quest series, and the neck on this one is just amazing. It's not thin, it's not Ibanez shreddy, it's relatively chunky.
Yeah,
it's just so comfortable to
it's
play.
A thicker C neck.
I'm not sure if you can see it. The neck is
so it's far from thin. So yeah,
3-piece, and it's roasted. It's very, it's just overall also pretty stable guitar, and that's the gig bag it comes with. So it's also very small,
tiny gig bag, so it'll fit in overhead compartments.
Yeah, that's ideal. Like, put all your accessories and tools in there, no problem. Can you hold that for a second? And what I think about taking with me, we just, before we leave on Monday, I just have to put all the suitcases and stuff in for the kids, and if there's any room left, I will just put this on top, and I will most likely take this with me. So also the Spark, but just two sizes smaller than Martin's.
Now that one you could wear on your strap when you go skateboarding.
It's nicer than on the shoulder with the other one. You can also play this with headphones, but I don't really enjoy playing with headphones. You can just turn the volume down, and it's nice sounding, and it sounds pretty good for its size. And you can also play or use backing tracks and stuff. So I would take this with me if I just wanted to go extra small and headphones only. The Mustang Micro would also be an alternative, like a real headphones amp. But since I got this, I'm not really using this one anymore. It's just got replaced. But yeah, to get all of or all the features of the Spark Go, you just need the app, which can be a little bit of an annoyance, and with this Mustang Micro, you don't need anything else than headphones.
Yeah, I forgot one thing that I will take with me.
That's a long cable.
That's two.
That's 2 cables
One spare. I
Okay.
don't know what happens with one.
on the island.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
cable,
a rough environment, so I take
cable makes sense.
two
Got
quality cables.
redundancy going.
But like this, it's so small. And that's just the convenient thing. Cable,
Mhm.
tuner.
I'd still be reaching up all here all the time to try to tune it.
All
though.
right.
Ah, come on!
Not anymore. But in the beginning.
30
So
days
for
to
me,
make a
that's-
habit, 30 days to break a habit.
That's
Yeah.
just
So apparently, Octopus Ears has made a crazy trade. All right.
Interesting.
Now we're curious.
So you
Oh.
traded your Mesa Boogie amp and a Kiesel for what? A Harley Benton. Yep, that was crazy.
if that's true or any of it, then yep. This is also pretty good travel amp.
I was
So-
thinking that would be. I don't own one, but that seems to be the
Heard good things.
consensus. Yeah.
I like this a lot. I had this upstairs. This was my living room amp, but I don't want my son to get hurt. And he's, apart from throwing stuff, he's also climbing things. And if this
You think he's
thing
King
falls
Kong,
on his
Trev?
head, if this falls on his head, it's just dangerous. And if this falls on his head, it's just his fault. But he wouldn't get hurt seriously. But with this, yeah, it's too heavy. But I took this with me last year in, when was that? I don't know which month, but it was on a business trip, and I took this with me, and I took it with me to practice because we had like a course there, and in the evening we had always some free time, and I was just practicing some stuff in my room. And when people heard that I had a guitar with me, I took my PRS SE with me. One evening I just had to play in front of an audience, unprepared, but yeah, it was fun. After, or I had to have a couple of beers first, but then it was fun.
It helps.
It helped. This was plenty loud as well. It has 30 watts, so it's not that loud as the Spark, I think.
Yeah,
Not. I think the Spark's a little bit louder, but if you have to play in front of an audience, this one's plenty enough. Without the drummer.
Yeah. Seth from Presley, California Customs in the house.
Hey Seth, and Pooh is dropping in and out as well.
Yep.
So all good. Thank you.
Octopus Ears traded a Kiesel for a non-Kiesel.
Oha.
Okay.
non-Kiesel.
For another non-Kiesel. Okay. Sure.
Another non-Kiesel.
Okay.
Huh.
Stand by and wait and see for that.
Okay. But he thinks he won the trade. So we'll see. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
What's the non-Kiesel guitar now? That's making me curious.
I was just thinking living room amps. My VHT's upstairs as my living room amp. So
Yeah,
I'm not saying I was running down new unreleased Lawrence pedals today. I can't say that.
Fair enough.
Check your emails, possibly in a week or two.
Okay.
Or not. Or not.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Or not.
I was told this might come out in August or not this year. I'm like, okay. And then-
August or not this year? Okay.
yeah. And then and then the other one's like, I can't talk about prior to September 13th. So. Ooh, what? Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because
All the
that has a flip factor.
Okay.
If you don't bond with that, you know, Brent, you know, if you don't bond with that, that is a flippable, because that's like an OG right there.
Yeah.
As Stephen Boston would say, a crema beretta.
Kramer.
Nice.
Cool.
I think mine's an 86. And it's not a Beretta. It's the import version of.
1984.
Which is funny because, Trev, it's literally the exact same parts. You know, they're the same guitar. It's just one's made in America and one's made in Japan.
Is that the one with the banana headstock?
Kind of. No, mine's more
Is it like this one? that a banana headstock? I think so. Yeah.
Mine has the
A
label.
little bit pointier than the one I found.
Oh yeah. Yes.
This one just has a
Bridge. Basically, this is an ESP. For all intents and purposes, it's an ESP.
This is a reverb. It goes for 4,142 Canadian, but it's been sold on reverb. But it's a Kramer Beretta 1984. Pretty expensive.
Still pretty much in tune. Bonus. We'll just put it back in the thing. We didn't see that.
This one has a D tuner.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty much standard, isn't it?
It's amazing how few of those guitars ever end up with strap locks on them. I don't understand that. I have strap locks. I'm just looking at how many guitars I gigged with without strap locks. Speaking of at least 2 beers before going on stage.
Or you get a strap with built in.
I own one now after I stopped gigging, which works on just about everything.
This is pretty cool.
It won't work on my Music Command. Well, it will, but it won't clip down. But even open, it'll still clip on enough to use it. It just won't lock.
After the Dario clip down here and the Dunlop one up here to lock it.
Those are the one you featured in the video we did about this affordable strap lock solutions, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We still didn't do a full on demo about this guitar, but there will be a video end of August about this guitar, because if you're familiar with this model, you might notice this is not a stock nut. More about that end of August.
Stay tuned.
So I'm hearing much like Fender, someone doesn't know how to install a nut, which I figured out. I figured out the problem with that, guys, because I know both of you have witnessed the lack of the Q&A.
Yeah.
Figured it out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. You ever notice every time you replace a nut in a guitar, you got to spend like 14 hours filing off half the material for it to fit nicely? I don't think they're doing that anymore at the factory. They're just taking them out of the package. It's got a Tusk nut. Yeah. And you need to get out, sandpaper, file it.
That was the American Professional too, Ben, right? With the horrible nut, the telly.
Yeah. Although, and I will say, although, why are all the replacement nuts built so thick? They go, well, in case the shelf of the guitar is super low. Has anyone ever had that problem? No. And if you have one of those guitars, guess what? You put a wood shim. Just put a shim under the nut. And save the rest of us days of our lives sanding down nuts that don't need to be sanded down. Just make less material. You can even charge me the same amount. Remove half the material. I'll pay the same amount for that nut. Keep the material, build another whole other nut out of it. There you go. Double your profits.
I don't
Sorry.
know.
Not Ben ranting.
More of it.
That one's, that's been bugging me for a while. Because I hate sanding nuts, first of all. And then I hate playing guitars where they don't. And then it hit me, I went, Fender isn't working on the nuts anymore. They're just out of the blister pack into the neck.
Did you ever replace a Fender nut on one of the guitars?
No.
Me neither. The only replacement nut I got was for the Tremonti PRS, and that one was the original PRS nut, and that I didn't have to file that one down. So PRS doesn't or does it the right way, apparently.
But yeah, crappy old Fender nuts, they snap. They break in half.
Okay.
I played the whole show with a broken nut. I didn't know it. I just thought the G-string nut was carved too low, so I threw a piece of cigarette pack underneath the string, because that's what you do back in the day.
It
worked. Played the show. And I'm like, oh, let's check it out. And the nut just fell off. And I went, oh, well, that explains the buzzing. So the G-string had gone through the nut, basically.
Wow. Yeah, like a Lego set.
Some assembly required.
Marshall Murray, hi there.
Hey, Marshall Murray. Thanks for joining.
Same as how many of their guitars need neck shims? How about when you design the CNC to route out the neck pocket, you do it at the right angle, so we don't need to shim it. You're off by a couple degrees, Fender.
So Ryan was probably asking because of the headless guitar. So this is an Ibanez Quest Q52 to be precise, and I also have a Strandberg, or maybe you have seen that one. All the headless are hanging on the wall. I think that's even a lot weirder looking than the Quest, but it's all for sake of more ergonomics.
Yeah.
Like this, or this.
She'll be right back.
So yeah, this is the most. Not sure if it's the most special thing about this guitar or second most, but the neck shape, because it's square.
Right. Oh yeah,
It's really different. They call it Endure neck,
And it's asymmetrical.
It's asymmetrical as well. And
down there.
the other thing that threw me off a lot in the beginning is that it has fan frets. So it's also
right. Did it take much getting used to that, or?
not too long, but like the first half an hour or so, it's really weird. You're not hitting the right notes.
So do we want to do breaking news on your channel, guys?
Sure.
All right. Well, since our friendly neighborhood pedal builder just put a teaser out, so I'm assuming August and not next year, the embargo's over. So, new from LPD pedals, the Power, you want to call it. Limited edition. Yes, his first mini pedal in years.
Oh wow! Oh.
And what this does, cover the face so it focuses, maybe.
Like an
it goes up to like 100. It mimics power tube saturation.
Oh.
So, yeah. Why won't that? Oh, it did, and then it did. There it is.
Now it is.
All right. Hey, thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was playing with her. VHT got it just in the breakup. Then you engage this, and it's like, ooh, it's different than, I don't know, one of these, sure. Yeah, which is, well, that's
it's
actually
a PWR, or what's that called?
Yeah, the Swirl, which is a Klon boost.
That's a great
one
as well.
All the light. Or what was I? That's the one I was looking for. The Choya, which is this was the inspiration for my signature pedal. I said, "Can you take that and turn it into a full size 4-knobber?" And he said, "Yep, with some work."
Nice drive, eh?
Exactly. So now, we got the power.
Okay, solo again. Power. A big ass.
I don't know, lightning bolt on one side for some reason, sure, and then the LEDs offset over here. Total new knob design that I really dig. He hasn't used one of them in a while.
It's pretty cool.
I don't know. I don't know. I like it. So yeah, this came in the mail this morning.
Very nice. I mean, we just talked about power amp saturation before we started the stream, because I was playing on the Skype group. I sent a short clip recently, and I was asking the guys in the group which gear I'm using to record the clip, and it was my CE24, the PRS, and my bass breaker 007, which is a small all tubes combo. And if you increase the master on that one, you get just pure power tube or power tube distortion. That's just a cool sound because it's so small. It's just quickly. It's not really a clean platform at all. It's just the power or the saturation. It's pretty cool. And now
we're
with
really
the
staying on
pedal,
that line. Maybe in August, still trying to work out. Price will be 129, I believe, US. 129.
that's good.
Also,
That's a
10
good
days from
price.
Arizona to here. And Trav, because he knows how to mail stuff. You know what he valued about? 2 pedals. He valued about $5 a piece. Perfect. There was no import tax whatsoever. Because you're like, yeah, $10. Yeah, that's how you send stuff. I like that.
Right on.
Screw the man.
Where in the chain would you put this one?
Well, I was running it directly into the front end of an amp because that's what it is. It doesn't have an effects loop, so it was. I took edge of breakup, or just into breakup, and then I don't know. It's like it's a dirty boost, but it's not. It's
So kind of in the same spot as an overdrive or your distortion pedal?
no, because I found for me, like Unity was already at like 10 o'clock, like 30 out of 100 was Unity. So by lowering it, actually took down like a sag. But then once I start going up, starts out as a clean boost, and then no, saturation.
Nice.
Shit. So I don't know. I don't know what it does exactly, digicals and, space age wizardry and does it. That's why, yes, that's right. That's why I keep screwing. I'm just curious. Let's open it up. Let's open it up and take a look and see. Yes.
That's a different kind of unboxing now.
Right. So, and then there's another thing that's coming out. That's a thing that's really cool. I can't talk about. And he says, and he goes, oh, by the way, I got this other thing to check out. I'm like, okay. And then he's like, here's a tracking number. And I'm like, all right. And he said, but don't talk about it. Fair enough. And then I got this, and I thought, well, it's one knob. Let's just, plug it in first. Let's run it down first and see what we got. And so I came down here, grabbed a Les Paul shaped object, and because I figured, we're going for power tube saturation. So my first thought was Marshall into like some kind of Marshall amp, but I don't have that. Well, I do, but I get real loud power tube saturation. Well, but I got the VHT upstairs, and the cat was outside, so I figure Mazel, she would not be impressed. And then, I was running the low wattage mode, and I threw it into the full, I guess it's 6, because it's called the Ultra 6. And it's not, I haven't heard that amp sound that good, like with just a boost, because I've been playing with just boost. Trevor knows, I had it down on the floor, I was playing with boosts into it for night after night. Grabbed all my Lawrence pedals, little ones here and there. We're trying to find a nice sweet spot, vocally the way it liked it, and then this. Okay, this is going back upstairs no matter what. This will probably be the pedal to goose that amp with because it sounds awesome. So there you go, Ryan. He says, "What does the fellow think about it?" Also, there will be a demo coming out shortly.
Cool. Ben, would you say that's like an always-on pedal then, or?
Probably, or at least different tonal variety. If you want your amp up essentially clean, then although no, because it will make it louder. That's true. So yes.
That's cool.
There's definitely a loudness thing because I had to turn down because I had the volume cranked and then I just plugging that off. Tom, sorry to hear.
Hi, Ben. Tom.
Hey, Tom. And Rody also joined us.
Hi, Rody.
Rody's
What's up, Rody?
Mowing the lawn. Yeah, that's and
been there.
A while ago, Ryan was asking how I like the slant frets. I got used to them, and I enjoy playing the Strandberg now. But it's not like a feature I need on a guitar. But on the Strandberg, I think they all come with fan frets, slanted frets. It's just part of the deal there with the neck. But I think that the neck shape is even more peculiar to get used to.
All right. And today's date is
August 17th, 2023.
Oh, wow. August 7.
No.
Yep.
No, that says August 7th.
At first, I thought it said 17th as well, but it was actually August 7th. So
7.
But you freaked me out. I was like, whoa, that's weird.
3. Yeah, that was like... Back to the Future stuff.
Yeah. He knew he was going to release it. Oh, that's nice too.
Trev?
Single cask. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Whiskey. Speyside.
That's
Speyside
Scotch
Blend
stuff,
Bay,
though, isn't it?
14 years old.
Beautiful.
Madeira Barrique cask. 58.2%.
Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. That'll put the hair on your chest.
Single cask. All the proof.
Yeah.
All the proof.
Mine's 50. Old Wild Turkey 101.
All the proof you need.
Slancha.
Cheers.
I gotta go get some more agua. I'll be back in a moment, fellas.
Okie doke.
Well, we're glad you got back, Tom.
18 months ago since I died.
Yeah.
Like it was in the emergency room.
Well, pronounced dead, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Tom, you were pretty darn sick for a while there.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Glad you're feeling better. Just remove Trev for a second. Till he comes back.
Let's watch Ben screws into a pedal. I know. Riveting entertainment, folks. I know.
Want me to solo you? No, just kidding.
Like I'm soldering.
Martin starts laughing. He loves your
It's a
solo.
live reaction video. Martin reacting to me soldering. Just no. You
can't do that. Watch your hand.
can't. Yeah. Okay. You see, you learned. You learned there, didn't you? Yep.
That would be actually pretty funny. But maybe not to put it on the channel for everyone, but a reaction video. Like unlisted.
Wow. We have soldering videos on our channel. So
yeah, you have made a tips video, 5 tips video. That's true.
So everyone can
I'm
see
upstairs now.
how you do it.
We have. Oh yeah, you switched places with Trev.
I did.
So do you still have any vacation plans for the summer, or are you staying in Canada or at home?
Trev, you're muted. Oh, he's talking so much. So I'll answer the question. I'm not traveling. No.
Okay.
I'm not doing any traveling myself. Well, wait. I might go to Peterborough next weekend. Apparently, my cousin will be up there for a cornhole tournament. So he didn't even mention playing in the tournament, Trev. He's like, you can come out and party with us after the deal on Saturday night. I was like,
Perfect.
I don't drink, but he's got the trailer. So I'm like, well, there is that.
We can still party if it's not drinking.
Yeah.
Other lifestyle.
Well, the only advantage is he'll have some stuff of mine that he brought from North Carolina. The vintage ball caps and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about you, Trev? Any travel plans?
There's nothing booked. I mean, my traveling holidays has been eaten up, but you never know what comes up with work. Sometimes they send me out of town for a day or two.
Mm-hmm.
And should that occasion arise, I mean, I guess it depends. But certainly want to bring at least one guitar with me. And I'd probably bring my little... So I gave my Uncle Mark that little Marshall MG10 that I got.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a very good thing. That's the one I took to the island when I went to my friend Dan's house. But I've got a little 20-watt valve state Marshall. It's reasonable. I think it's got like a 110 in it, little combo.
Mm-hmm.
Bring that just to make some noise. Or, I mean, the kid's got the little Marshall that runs on 9-volt batteries. He's doing a pinch, right?
The one?
No.
I think I got that one as well.
I saw an awesome video of Dimebag playing with one of those out on the street, just busking and jamming. He had it cranked. But of course, that's Dimebag, and who can rule?
Do you mean this
Just
bad boy?
like that. That's right.
Yeah, they have
on it, so you can put it on your
That's
strap.
probably the only hardware would take with me traveling. I mean, it works. You can even use headphones, if I'm not mistaken. Can you?
Yeah.
Here, but the big plug.
So that'd be real headphones.
Yep, studio headphones.
Or with the adapter. All the little ones come with adapters now anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Blackjack guitar in the house. What's up, my
I
friend?
think I did once.
Here's Blackjack.
Blackjack. Hey there. Thanks for joining.
Let's see if you like it. Martin is a big Marshall tone fan. Let's see.
You can't say that's really a Marshall tone. No.
Well, no,
You
it
can't call that
actually, Trev, you can, because if you line out the preamp circuit in that is the same as I want to say the lead 12, which was a take on the MOSFET circuit. Like it's a good preamp circuit. That's why those actually make great overdrive pedals. Just don't use the speaker.
Huh.
The actual preamp circuit. Now, also fun fact: if you take a funnel, Trev, and put it over the front of one of those amps and duct tape it, and then put a tube off it, you got a talk box. You can convert those into talk boxes. Not that Rich and I did that about 10 years ago.
It's on.
But,
It's on.
Well, there's 2 channels, right? Being in the game.
Overdrive channel.
now, if you move it around the room, you can phase. That's how you get phasing. Just moving around.
So I was doing a pinch.
I mean, if I would prefer a semi-hollow to that sound.
Well, but no, I mean, the smart thing to do in today's world would be to buy that little Spark that you have. It's about the same size, isn't it? Can you hold them up beside each other? It's even smaller. And probably sounds better.
This is like a Boss pedal.
No.
Yeah.
Now let's plug into that one for
Okay, so what I would do is just put that Spark at the end of a pedal board and have a travel pedal board with that at the end. So boom, you still got.
But that's got the digitals in it, Ben, right? You can USB that thing and do all that Spark stuff to it.
Oh yeah.
You can do that with the amp.
Yeah. Got less of that crappy distortion sound, that pulling your muffler kind of thing.
It really captures that Hornet in the coffee cans tone. There you go.
Bit difference in sound.
It functions.
Yeah. How many
Still
euros
taking
was that little pocket amp?
My VHD is my travel amp, Trev.
How much the Spark was?
The little one.
Yeah, the little one. I pre-ordered it and it was something like 110 euro, but it's a bit more expensive now. I think it's 130 US, 120, something like that.
Probably double of what the little Marshall would cost you.
At least double. But you can also use it for recording. The sound is really good recorded, and also as a headphone amp, it's top quality. I think you said it sounds better through headphones than the big Spark does. Maybe they just fine-tuned it because there was the Mini after the Spark 40 and now the Spark Go after the Spark Mini, so it's the third iteration. They probably just tweaked the headphones out.
Yeah.
I'm not getting the battery out now. Oh yeah. Now I need Martin's tools to get the 9-volt battery out of this Marshall. God damn it.
Still thinking about
sent a
it.
photo of this unbelievable, Trev, and all I just said was, since we can talk about it now.
So you're saying with that little Marshall, a fella could plug into that, use its preamp, go out of the headphone jack into the loop on something like this or into a power amp.
Yeah.
And make it big like that. And
That's good.
Tough. Just
Yeah,
the same
and
way
it's
I
still-
think
yeah,
that our friend Graphite
very-
said that I should use this pedal the same way. Use this as
Huh.
a power amp. Go right into the loop with it.
Use it as a preamp, not a power amp.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A preamp into the power amp.
Exactly. I knew what you meant. I just wanted to
Yeah.
for the kids playing at home, we don't want
Keeping
them.
track.
It's not loud at all. How is he using it as a power amp? Well, he isn't. He's using it as a preamp.
I don't even know how you come out of the loop into the little Marshall. Gotta be killing it, right? JCM 900 preamp into the little Marshall preamp out of its power section.
Those boosts will do the same thing.
I wonder if you
I
can
got
blow
one
it
that's
up.
a 28 dB boost.
Start
I'll
on
just-
fire. Yeah.
They'll just kill it.
Sure.
They'll just crap it. Just no.
Yeah. Syntax error 7.
Dang, Tom. Nice. But Tom, new from LPD.
Always wheeling and dealing.
Just saying.
Yeah, you can catch it, folks.
Boom. If you, in case, you're just tuning in. Brand new.
The
Hot
power.
out of the mail. Yeah. Go to LPD's InstaFace thing. Or, I don't know, probably be an email about it at some point. I don't know.
Yep.
He said he did a teaser, so he said the embargo's over. So, there we are.
Just at the right time.
Is it on Instagram already? LPD.
I would guess.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there it is.
Breaking news.
Really cool. Really looking forward to the demo of this pedal.
Well, it's interesting. He's like, yeah, you can talk about it now. I'm like, well, since you mentioned it, I'm live with Lukas and Martin right now, so I'll start talking about it. He's like, Siskel's.
Need to add that hashtag to your video. Get some traction.
Hashtag power.
LPD PWR.
PWR LPD pedals.
Big reveal.
Big reveal at the vacation live hang.
There's
Charles.
Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Oh.
Class over?
Are you out of class or just on a break? There?
Well, the link is in the Skype group if the class is dismissed.
Or if he needs a distraction.
Or if the class is annoying.
We'll find out if you actually made it to the FedEx store today or not. Or yesterday. That was yesterday he was supposed to make it, right? Yeah, because Tuesday night.
He's not free. Well, how much are you? What do we need?
He says class over, but he's not free.
I'm in for $5. What do we need?
$5 on PayPal.
Yeah. Charles, did you hear the thing about? Yeah, he went to FedEx last night.
Okay.
Did you hear the thing about the Baja Tele?
He was
No.
probably busy.
You'll have to catch
Well,
it on replay,
yeah, if he was teaching in class, he wouldn't have had us on in the background.
right? One little
And
earbud
if he
in.
did,
No.
he'd be like, at one point. Yeah, because he's not. Okay, good. Never mind then, Charles. Never mind. You know nothing. You are not. Don't watch the replay. Do not scroll back 45 minutes.
Just saying.
Just saying. Nothing.
What did
Uh-oh.
you
Yet.
Easy, Charles. Easy.
All good.
The man,
He put
you know,
fire
Charles,
on the
Charles has been a gear acquisition machine lately.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Recently, he's been worse than me, I think.
Well, he's like, what do you think of this? It was a Gibson acoustic yesterday or the day before.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, no, pass it. It's a fake. But
Too good to be true, price.
well, I don't know. Well, it had some issues too, like a big crack in the back of it. So I'm like, you're not
Oh.
fixing that. Like,
Okay.
it looked like it was a bad enough crack. There's probably a loose brace inside of it as well. So, hey, Cushman.
Man.
Right on.
Hey, Cushman.
So, yeah, I recommended he pass on that one. But even, his wife's not watching. Charles currently has 4 guitars his wife doesn't know about, is what I'm saying.
I
Really?
feel so dead.
And
He's gonna let
no,
traffic in that
the
room
best part is
anyway.
they're out in the open. They're just right there in the room, just sitting there, piled up side by each. And his wife doesn't even
It's like-
notice. He's oblivious at this point. She just sees
It's just like
chaos.
camouflage. They're just she's
She hasn't
just
even
not-
noticed the amp, the new amp sitting there. It's a different color
PV.
than any amp he's ever owned in his life.
Yeah. She's not noticing the PV. That's
No.
But she probably gave up keeping track a while ago with all the guitars coming and going out of that place.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
thinking.
the PV was a trade-in, so that's
Yeah.
one
Oh
for
yeah,
one.
there's nothing wrong with that. That was a good deal.
Wheeling and
But
dealing.
she hasn't even noticed it. I'm like, how do you not? I say she'll notice when he plugs in.
Why are you so
100%.
loud today?
Tom is sharing his secrets.
This is how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just taking this case for a walk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because I want.
No reason.
No reason. I'm going with the guitar.
Martin, that's why he got the double gig bag by Mono.
Yeah, right.
Well, then you could just bring him in. He'd still take it out empty and bring him home 2 at a time, and that's the Charles gig bag. Buying in bulk. Yeah, exactly, Charles. Yeah, this is true.
She noticed if you go missing. She noticed.
Yeah, we'll say, if you go missing, the first thing, has anyone checked that pile of dirt in the backyard?
Charles will be fabric topped.
Going for a jam, exactly. Yeah, I'm
No,
still
this is
waiting for
not
Charles
mine.
to
I'm
start
just-
fabric wrapping,
Charles is
cabinets and
gonna be
amp
some-
heads. And
Wet sanded.
Wet sanded. Gone missing.
Yeah. Imagine a 412 and a head wrapped in the pinup girl with the telly. Amazing.
But you'd almost have to put rather than trying to sand down a cab that's going to be so rough, you'd almost want to just put a veneer of some kind or a sealer or something to smooth it out.
It's just plywood under there.
Yeah. But how smooth and rough cut is that plywood, right? Because it's getting wrapped in Tolex.
Typically, well, if you're bought, I guess it depends, right? You can get MDF, you could get cheap plywood, or you can get the Baltic birch, which is, carpenter grade. It's got the
Which
extra
is
layers,
more.
they're nice and thin, it's sanded on both sides.
Right.
I also have something to share with you because I finished my whole
Jam
guitar
space.
core.
Nice.
Nice.
Now I only need to get rid of all the trash leftovers from building the room.
Displacement.
So yeah, and on the other
This will
side,
be like your workshop as well.
yeah, I will have to cover my son because for obvious reasons.
Because internet.
That's the other side.
Now it's gone.
Yeah.
Because touch screen.
Because touchscreen, right?
Hashtag touchscreen.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
So I guess
this one. Don't really see him on that one.
I like
So
the
this
bar
is
stool.
where-
This is going to be your new venue that you're going to be holding shows there, and
Martin's
Yeah.
guitar corner.
That's my guitar corner. So in there, you see that long bar thing. That's just the workbench. Then where I'll be building 2 guitar kits in September. Then when I'm back from vacation,
So one was an SG and the other one was a semi-hollow.
was the 335. Yeah.
Excellent.
And then also in there I will be placing the amps all in there, set up a PC, get that one over here, the Zoom Live track
The Zoom live track.
over there, and set up everything so we can record in there also, and all that kind of stuff all together.
And
Very
in,
nice.
in typical Austrian fashion, the guitar corner is in the basement.
Yeah, obviously.
which is perfect for load-ins and load-outs. Nope.
Yeah.
Not even.
Just load-ins.
Yeah.
JTM and the speakers and all. But you will have a lot of space in your apartment then if you put all that stuff downstairs.
Yes. It's not all the stuff
Not
that's
all.
going down.
Not all the guitars.
No.
Will you
So-
put the guitars downstairs permanently, or one, or some of them?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay.
So you'll have
probably.
like your guitar lounge and you'll have like your guitar shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Laboratory.
I
Guitar.
will have in the living room. I will still have the what is it? 6 guitars, 7.
The ones hanging on the wall.
The 7 ones on the wall. They will still stay upstairs,
And
and
the Spark.
with the Spark, yeah.
Okay.
And down there, I will have the SC550, and
The JTM.
the JTM will
The
be
Vox.
down there. The Vox will be down
The
there.
Custom.
The Custom will be down there. So
Good selection.
yeah.
Diversify.
And then I will have to get an ABY pedal and another Captor X to get
Does
the
this
Stereo
one help?
chorus will do you just as well. Just saying.
sorry.
Stereo chorus. You don't need an ABY, just stereo chorus. Because then you
Oh, he
can run a
wants-
chorus always on stereo. Boom.
He wants
Lush.
the J
Huge. 80s.
with 2 amps. Now he wants the JTM and the Vox at the same time. I think you mentioned
Yeah,
that on
that's what,
Charles's.
you can do this with the stereo chorus.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one?
You don't have to have the chorus turned on if they're bypassed. It's still going to put the signal out to both amps.
Ah. So instead of an ABY pedal, you just buy that one.
Just look for any stereo pedal used, right?
My DD20's got stereo out, stereo in, and it will let you do a wet dry kind of thing or a left right kind of thing.
I would have the Ditto stereo looper.
So you could use that one.
Might be able to use that one.
I can't
Well-
use loopers. I'm not that coordinated, apparently. Still have one. Never used it.
So what is Tom writing all in there? So
Zach Wild stereo chorus to split his signal. Of course he does.
Amish people.
That
Amish
too.
people.
Yeah, you grew up in Amish country. Explains a lot, really. I was like, what?
I think the Amish originally emigrated from Germany or Switzerland. I'm not sure.
Germany.
Germany. Yeah.
The Pennsylvania Dutch. Yes.
Yeah,
But
Dutch
from
not being
Deutschland.
from the Netherlands, but Deutsch.
But that's typical, right? We're from Deutschland. You say you're Dutch? All right, sure, whatever.
Pennsylvania Dutch.
No.
Dutch, German, all the same.
Yeah, you got blonde hair. Come on in.
Not everybody's blonde in Germany.
No, but pretty much everybody's blonde in
Or Austria.
Oh,
Where?
I can say it because we have a very large Dutch population in this area. Like, you go to Brighton, half the phone book is V. I'm just saying.
Vancouver.
Van de something.
Yeah.
Any Van Halen?
Right?
I think the actual pronunciation would be Van Halen. Something
Correct.
like that. The Dutch pronunciation. Van Halen sounds much cooler.
yeah, definitely.
They make really good Wiener Schnitzel. No, Tom, you can't say that. Germans making Wiener Schnitzel, that's just wrong. Austrians make Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, well,
That's Viennese Schnitzel. So.
yeah, the Germans usually put the sauce.
They put
on
sauce
it.
on. It's. I think you get hit or even get
Like,
put in.
what kind? Okay, now by sauce, what kind of sauce?
Mushroom
gravy.
gravy.
Like gravy, like brown sauce.
Yeah.
On a sausage?
No, on
No,
a
not
Wiener Schnitzel.
On a Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, well, you only do
That
that if
doesn't
someone cooks it to the point of where it's so dry, you're like, hello? You know, if it's crunchy, okay. You can put a little gravy on it, but it shouldn't be that dry. It should never be that dry to begin with, right? You gotta leave some moisture in it.
It should be crunchy.
It should be crunchy
Not dry at
outside
all.
and juicy inside.
You usually make it very thin with like a hammer, and then you bread it, and then you fry it. Yeah, like this, and you don't need anything. Maybe some jam, like you can see on one of the pictures. Ketchup on.
Still don't see any with gravy.
No, it's just
It's
it's
a German thing.
the Germans.
Yeah,
They call it
We're on an
Jägerschnitzel.
Austrian channel, Trev. Yeah.
Oh, I know, but if it's a German thing, it's obviously not the
Yeah.
right thing because nobody else is doing it.
I know. Ryan is scratching his head right now. Yes, it's basically chicken fried.
Yeah.
Think of that, Ryan. It's just chicken fried. It's a fancy way of saying schnitzel.
Breaded cutlet.
Wait a second, Trev.
Oh.
I need to share the picture.
Now I'm getting hungry.
It's like this one on the right.
And I do
This is
not-
here with mushrooms.
Right. Mushroom gravy.
No.
I knew we'd lose Ben there on the mushrooms.
Or that
This one.
no, one's up. Like,
That's not
Oh,
bread.
that
That's
looks
Oh,
good.
geez. Let's just like drowned mushrooms in.
Well, they got French fries to dip in the
What is
gravy,
the
Ben.
infatuation with fungus.
it's just wrong.
No, yeah.
Period.
That's all the mushrooms. Oh, we're just gonna put a whole can of mushrooms on one. No, stop.
on one schnitzel.
Yeah, they do it also without the mushrooms.
Yeah,
just
Just gravy.
just
Or-
a gravy or sauce or whatever.
We don't do that in Austria. We had schnitzel when Laz was visiting last year in a castle in a town nearby. We had schnitzel.
Shadow Castle.
Shadow
That's
castle.
literally the name in German.
Yeah,
Okay,
shadow.
so Carl says it's Jaeger Stitzel at that point.
Mm.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
you say
Jägerschnitzel. Stitzel. That's a funny way.
I don't know what a Stitzel is as opposed to Schnitzel. I don't know.
In Texas, it's a Stitzel.
Apparently, Ryan ate pizza, but now we're making it. Well, like I said, he's looking at Schnitzel. He's like, screw you guys. That's chicken fried. Yeah, he's like, you throw some white gravy on that, good to go. I get it.
the original Schnitzel, the original Vienna Schnitzel is with veal, and the in restaurants the cheaper one you get is with pork, and I also like it with chicken. So whatever floats your boat.
I'm a big fan of the breaded pork chop, which is basically.
Mm.
But breaded's different than chicken fried. Because chicken fried, you're going to be like buttermilk in that or egg wash in that. It's going to be flour and in the deep fryer, right?
Well, not deep fried. Well, pan fried, right? But
Yeah,
a nice greasy pan.
Shallow fried. Well, I guess you get shallow fried. You'd have to
in the
flip it.
pan.
Hand fried, yeah.
Properly is done in the pan with
All the lard. All the lard.
Oh, okay.
no idea what's that in English.
What's Schmalz in English?
Some grease.
Butter
Butter
grease. Yeah.
something like this.
To deep fry. I no idea.
I'm gonna see what it's
Now, welcome to L&M's cooking channel.
What I'm doing right after this, and I may have pork or I may have beef because I took both out of the freezer. So I may have a steak or pork chops
clarified butter.
or both.
Butter. Yeah. So you melt the butter and you scoop the salts off the top and you leave the milks on the bottom and you take out just the gold.
Yeah,
Because that way it's not going to burn.
that's the proper way to do it in a pan.
Yeah.
Schnitzel.
$6 for a pound of butter nowadays. It's not very cost effective. Just saying.
I haven't had anything today.
Just whiskey and beer.
Yeah,
I've been frying everything in bacon grease lately, Trev. It's there.
Byproduct. Might as well use it up.
You bought a pack of hot dogs, might as well fry them up in bacon grease, because a hot dog, isn't quite healthy enough as is until you fry it in bacon grease.
Yeah.
Of course, doing pierogies in the bacon grease.
I guess to get Brent's Kramer.
Maybe.
Or he's thinking about downsizing again because he's bought so much outboard gear this year. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many delay units do you own, Tom? Are you in double digits?
Yeah.
Just making
one
chicken breast
point-
in the oven. You can do that
One
too.
point, a US and Canada tour
That'd be
is
healthy.
needed.
Would
Right.
Be a big tour then.
Yeah.
Definitely double digits. I knew it. No, Ryan, I am not eating deep fried bologna chunks. That's
Bologna. That reminds me, I just watched the Weird Al Yankovic movie on Netflix. My Bologna.
Right now.
A classic.
Not for long.
I don't care. Eat it.
Since I was
Watched
a
it
kid.
too.
Yeah.
It's so crazy in the end. It's just, yeah, no spoilers, but the ending is a bit surprising.
Yeah.
Yes, they do, Tom. Yes, they do.
My fingers freaking hurt.
Oh yeah.
Ouch. Pictures incoming of the Beretta.
Probably the Kramer Beretta.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Which color does it have, Brand? Or did he post that
Haven't seen
before?
that one.
No, me neither. Maybe
I
I
haven't
missed
seen the
it.
details.
Yeah, I'm not wearing my contacts. I'm not wearing my contacts.
Oh,
So.
so you're half blind.
Almost.
I
Not
would
really.
I would be fully blind without my contacts. I would just say, laptop, Martin, guitar shaped something. Maybe a Strat.
Probably.
Very Stratty. Okay.
So yeah.
Anything else we could talk about?
Are we gonna wrap
Good
it up
question.
and go backstage?
The after show party.
There's lots of things I could talk about, but not publicly. No.
So and broadcast. Bye everyone. No. I think we talked about the topic of the show with travel rigs.
Yeah.
Got that one covered.
It sounds like we'll make minimal compromises for travel gear, but we are taking gear. But it's like we're not going to buy one of those little silly travel Martins that's like 4-inch wide little thing that looks like, I don't know, something you stir a cauldron of soup with or something.
Right.
I don't know what it was. Or these silly little things. Or no, we're going to have a functioning guitar with
guitar,
us.
yeah, not a jam stick or something like that.
No.
Full size Strat for Martin.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a travel guitar. It has road in its name. It's a road.
I just feel sorry for drummers. What do they do? Like pack a pair of bongos and hope for the best?
Bongos and a tambourine, maybe a triangle, cowbell.
Right.
just the drumsticks. I don't know. And hit
And
everything.
tap it on everything until someone takes the drumsticks and puts them in a place they don't want them put.
The newer age,
Just roll down the window, phew, out the window.
Got those little rubber kits.
On the back of your headrest for 3.5 hours.
Rubber kits probably breaks down into the size of a suitcase when you think about it.
I think they're like
There are the suitcase drum kits. There are the
cajons.
suitcase drum kits.
Yeah,
forgot about
there
that.
are like not the full size cajons where you can sit on, but like the smaller ones. Maybe that's something for.
Oh, that just gives you back problems sitting hunched over.
If you're a good drummer, you should be able to go to a restaurant, grab a couple empty pails, different sizes, and just go to town.
Probably better.
It still sounds better than half the recorded albums over time.
Right, Tom. Yeah, it's pretty
Keep
much
electric. Take the 4 balls.
pretty much what I do when I would fly. I would take either tele with me, disassemble it, or this one. This one when I'm going to a little rougher place. Yeah.
It's not as
Near-
near,
near-
near
near
to
travel
your heart
rough.
as it's silly.
More remote.
Yeah.
Well, with that guitar and that spark, you're going to be the star of the show. There's no doubt about it. Nobody else going to have that kind of gear out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And with the battery, it lasts for a pretty long time as well. If it's
It's-
Now, I will laugh if he runs into some kind of celebrity Trev that has like a wicked, like, you're just like, but Trev said.
Right?
I should
Can I
be
plug into your
star.
412?
Yeah.
That's right.
Hi, what are you doing here with your full rig?
half stack? Ha, that's kid stuff. Full stack.
I got a wet, dry, wet. I rent a separate
Wet, dry,
hotel
wet.
room for my rig, so that's my jam space.
on a lonely island in Croatia.
See, I don't have problems listening to better guitar players. so-
You would just come with your cable. Can I plug in?
Yeah.
Please?
Yeah, that one time was it? Yeah, I had my electric with me, and there was one famous, famous in Croatia, famous guitar player there, and they were jamming and invited me into the group. So I was playing with those guys.
Your guitar and their amp, or what was?
No,
the setup?
I was going through the Spark. They were there with acoustics,
that's
and
cool.
with what else did they have? Harmonica. Yeah.
No idea what's. Is it harmonica?
No.
He talked about it in the Weird Al movie
Yeah.
because he's playing that. I think it's a harmonica. The one. What's that called?
Harmonica?
Accordion.
Accordion. Thanks.
Yeah. They were playing the accordion and
Quetschen.
yeah. Accordion and acoustics, and I had the Spark there. With,
I want to see Bo play his accordion at some point. That's what I want to see.
Who? Bo?
Yeah, Guitar Man 45. That's what he started out in life as. He played accordion in a polka band.
Oh.
Yeah, I said it. He did it, but I said it.
Weird Bo Yankovic. No.
It's like one of those instruments where you don't want to really hear somebody learning and practicing that until they're good. Like bagpipes, violin, there's so many that if you're not on your game, it can sound so bad.
That's exactly the two instruments I was going to mention, Trev. Violin and bagpipes. Because
I mean, even if you're a competent bagpipe player, it doesn't sound a lot better. You know, it still sounds bad, just less bad.
I like the sound of bagpipes whenever I'm in Scotland.
Right? When are you going? I'm not.
And this is 58% included.
Sipping scotch, their native drink, so yeah, makes it better.
You actually hear them, like they're busking in the street with bagpipes in Scotland. No kidding.
There was a guy in town here that would play for, you throw in a loonie, $1 or $2, and he could play AC/DC or Metallica or all kinds of conventional music on his bagpipes. It was awesome. I always used to go throw a toonie in there and get him to play some Metallica. It was awesome.
Yeah, those instruments are really underrated. If someone really knows how to play them, they can be amazing.
Can be.
It's what you make of them.
Smengy Brothers, Ryan Hall. Close. Smaley Brothers. Close. Smengy. Corned beef and cabbage. Good.
Phil X playing Bazooki.
His Greek
That's
is
pretty
good.
crazy, man. I've seen that too, where he's like jumping all around and the notes are all not a conventional instrument at all. In the style of the Greek traditions, right?
Yeah.
How many strings does a bazooki have? It's like 3.
It's either 8 or 10.
8 or 10. Double strings, like
yeah, because it's like a mandolin but bigger.
Like a mandolin, then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of needed in a Greek traditional band.
8 tuners.
Well, there you are.
8. Okay.
8 tuners, but it's more like a 12-string guitar where there's 2 strings per.
Yeah, same as a mando.
Yeah, mando has also, but I think mandolin has like the same tuning as violin. No.
Yes, just doubled up. Which a violin is the same as a guitar, but upside down. It's G D A E.
Member of the long-necked lute family.
Yes. What's up, Oberodi?
Hi, Oberodi.
Hey, Oberodi.
Cheers.
You mostly hear bagpipes that are over and far away. Belly, the next belly over there.
One other of those instruments that's not that nice to hear when practicing is the harmonica.
You speaking from experience?
Yeah.
Saxophone.
Oh yeah.
So
because if you don't blow hard enough into a saxophone to make a note, it just sounds like a cow, and not in a good way. Sounds like a cow trying to get milk or something. Ah.
Ah.
An annoyed cow.
In the higher-
CFAD. That's how you tune your bazooki.
Dying goose.
CFAD?
CFAD.
Really? Huh. That's
Which instrument is that?
For the bazooki.
The bazooki. Okay. Glass saxophone. That sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
Now, I remember it was funny at the time I bought my mandolin years ago. Early 20s, I think I was when I bought it. Went out to buy it off this older gentleman, bluegrass player, go figure, selling it. And I showed up with my dad, and he says, "Do you know how to tune it?" I said, "No, sir." He says, "Well, you tune it like a fiddle." And I went, I had long hair, leather jacket, AC/DC t-shirt on. I said, "No offense, sir, but do I look like I know how to tune a fiddle?" He went, "Nope, no, you don't." And he said, "So what are you looking to do with it?" I said, "Play Led Zeppelin covers." He goes, "You know that was a dulcimer, right?" I'm like, "Dang it!" I'll buy it anyways.
Okay.
I
Are you
rarely
still
play
playing the
it.
mandolin, Ben?
Very rarely.
Okay.
Just tinker around on it a bit. But no, never even took the time to learn Copperhead Road. It was just weird because you're playing chords upside down and stuff, and you don't do a lot of chord work. It's a lot of lead work, and I didn't play lead, so it's a lot of upside down chords, basically. Yeah, it's the top 4 strings of a guitar, but inverted.
Yeah. Had to tune the violin of my son as well.
Is he still playing?
No, he's not playing anymore.
Just soccer.
Yeah, what I've learned
Not much
recently
quieter than
from
violin, I've heard.
what I've learned recently from Andrew is that the banjo is tuned in open G.
Okay.
Yes.
Every banjo, because there's like 5-string and 4-string.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and then if you capo the banjo, then you tune the 5th string accordingly. Like if you capo the 2nd fret, you tune that up to A. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I grew up with
Right,
all
it's-
country music in the 80s around here. So
Yeah, because-
I knew the tuning of a banjo
Mm-hmm.
as long as I knew the tuning of a guitar, I guess. It's just kind of one of those things.
Salad bar tone.
Yeah, because I was always looking at one of those banjo guitar things, 6-string banjos, which is just open G tuning.
Yeah.
6-string. But then I'm like, I can just play banjo. They do a thing. They have a sound. It's kind of like a resonator, but not.
True.
Does the thing. I don't know what I'm going to play, though. I don't need one, though. That's why I don't have one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I play on it.
Same.
Yeah, I would just be interested to.
Can't play bluegrass. I don't have that energy anymore. Oof. Of course you have a banjo, Ryan. Why wouldn't you? I knew you would.
Yeah. It probably comes with.
Aren't you automatically handed one at birth in the state of Tennessee when you're born?
You're born
You
with
have a
it.
choice. A fiddle or a banjo. It's one or the other.
Born with the banjo.
Or is that actually Kentucky? Because Kentucky bluegrass. Could go either way.
Maybe both. Born with
Next
the
time
banjo.
Quentin's
Sounds
live,
like
I'll
a-
have to hop
sounds
in his
like a
chat rather than just say
bluegrass
that. You know any bluegrass? You're from Kentucky after all.
Right?
Come on. Didn't you folks invent it? It's true. Bill Monroe invented bluegrass, essentially. All spawns from that. Which is really just speed metal for country artists.
Choice of guitar or banjo?
Okay.
And you picked banjo. What?
Traitor!
Martin does not agree.
I'm thinking, no, Ryan's saying it's your choice at birth, right? Of a guitar or banjo, I guess. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. That's good.
All right. See you, Tom. Tom's going off to do some lifestyle choices.
Bye.
Yeah. Isn't it more like banjo or fiddle?
Right. Not a violin. Different. Violin you play up here. Fiddle you can play down here. You stick it in your ribs. I don't know. Everything's in the key of C. That I do know. I know that from the East Coast music, Trev. All that Celtic East Coast music. Same thing, but different speed.
Yeah, what is that? Ashley
It's like bluegrass without the amphetamine use, you know?
Only difference is the music you play.
It's true. What are you saying? You can play jazz on a banjo? That I'd like to hear.
Or is referring to fiddle and violin. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Maybe.
But it's definitely like you showed it, Ben. The fiddle is held down here.
Yeah, you just stick it right in the ribs, just start playing. It's like shooting a shotgun from the hip, Trev, as opposed to a sharpshooter, right?
Great comparison. Shooting a shotgun from the hip.
Hobo roadie.
All musicians except for me. The only thing worse than bad bluegrass is good bluegrass.
As far as he can tell.
That's a good one. Yeah, fiddle and violin are the same thing.
I remember the first time I saw bluegrass, I was blown away. Literally, it was like the first time you hear Metallica, Trev. Like I was at a music festival. It was folk, right? And the first time guy counted 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I'm like, whoa, that's a fast. And bing, and they're just giving her right on. I was like, wow, those guys are thick, you know. And they're all just poof, there's no emotion, and just all wearing their stuff up under their armpits. And I get it because you're just giving her 1,000 miles an hour. You know, you can't play from the hip. Well, like the Ramones.
No time for emotions either.
You can't be all down there just digging in. No, it's, woo, you know, come on.
You don't get to see that around here.
No, not really.
There's probably not a lot of bluegrass in Austria. No, probably not.
We have something worth.
What?
Worse.
What do we have?
Schlager.
Oh my god.
Polka bands? Oompa music?
Yeah, kind of.
But worse.
It's like let's say it's the some kind of pop music, popular music, but it's what's the target audience? It's like retired people, really old people,
Drunk.
and drunk people.
Heavily drunk people.
Yeah, that's Stompin' Tom's career.
It's not my thing, not my cup of tea. Never was.
I couldn't drink enough to stand this music. So
There's not enough alcohol.
there's not enough alcohol in this.
I can't do the oompa music myself either. It's like, nope. Can't do
It's
it.
like they all got this like generic beat, and they have really horrible lyrics, like very cliche. And
Here's your
just-
random topic. How many genres of music do the bands still wear uniforms in? Because I'm thinking other than like mariachi and polka bands, that's it.
And the bagpipers. The pipers wear there's
Oh, the pipers. Yeah, the pipers and the drummers. Yeah, that's true. The pipe and drums.
maybe some Polynesians, the Hawaiian folks making their.
I think that's more lifestyle choices. They just, if they happen to be wearing the
They're
same
just all wearing their
shirt.
grass skirts anyway, right?
they wear the skirts, right?
You can't wear the grass skirts though if there's going to be pyro. Be very aware of the pyro while wearing the grass skirts.
Now, is that like a kilt where you kind of go commando underneath? Is that, I mean, a kilt I could get it, but
I
with
don't
the grass
know.
skirt, that means
Yeah.
stuff can get it away from you there.
Well, is it worse? Probably. You know, like if you're wearing a grass skirt, you probably don't have underbreeches. Is what I'm saying.
I dig it. I dig it. It's hot out. It's hot in Hawaii.
I'm not knowing.
Always got to be comfy.
But yeah, I'm thinking basically polka music and, like say, pipe and drums, mariachi bands. Because they're all dressed like, I don't know, like those the matadors. That's how I was like, what? It's like rodeo but Mexican, like matadors.
Do the high schools and colleges in the U.S. still have like marching bands?
Yeah. But again, that's like pipe and drums, same thing.
Yeah.
You know, if there's coordinated marching while playing music, chances are you're wearing a uniform.
Gotta wear a uniform.
Yeah. In symphony, you just got to dress up, right? It's
uniform.
You don't have to wear a tux, but if you don't, you're not playing. Oh, okay. Got it.
Just
some kind of uniform. Yeah.
Well, or Guar, they wear uniforms.
Who?
Guar.
Yeah, they do. Like Slipknot. We got their uniforms.
Their jumpsuits back in the day.
Kiss.
Pretty much any kind of heavy metal, you either got denim or leather.
Yeah, both kinds. Or a combination thereof. Well, you wear denim until you can afford the leather, right? That's how you notice that. You look at the band photo back in the album, back in the first album, they're all there in their Canadian tuxedos.
Yeah.
Supplied by Levi's. But then the next album, they got the leather pants, the leather jackets, and leather hats, fingerless gloves. It's much leather, all the leather.
We all need to be thankful there's no more spandex. Thank goodness we grew out of that.
No spandex. Spandex and Western boots. What was up with that? Look at you, Bon Jovi.
Look at me, I'm silly.
I just remember my dad seeing them on TV going, anybody that wears their boots outside of their pants, we get their asses handed to them at the bar. It's like, yep. That's why they invented bootcut jeans, guys. Right in the name.
Military bands.
Yeah, but
there are usually also marching, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is
it? Yeah, that's the same uniform that the crowd's wearing. So I don't know.
That doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Doesn't count when they're all wearing the same thing.
Gotta stand out from the audience.
It's just a random thought. And how cold does it have to be before you leave the lederhosen at home? Like that's got to be cold on the legs. Much like the bagpipers, they're like easy, unfurnished basement. Keep the temperatures up.
But isn't Oktoberfest, a thing? And it's got to be pretty cold in October, I would think, for the most part.
Not anymore.
No, not really.
Not anymore. Funny thing.
Not anymore.
Fair enough.
There's been something going on for decades now. It's getting warmer in October. No, it's not too bad in October with the.
You mean Novemberfest, Trev? Novemberfest.
I still got the lederhosen and schnitzel and the beers and the big giant mugs.
Yeah, drinking out of boots and stuff. And
in September already.
Most of the Oktoberfest starts in September. Yeah, I think it's three weeks in Germany, in Munich.
Yeah,
and it starts in. Is it mid-September?
I think mid-September.
I think only one week is in October.
The last week is only in October. Yeah.
They were probably
so big it needs a lid to put on top of it. The Stein.
Up the road there, Cousin Doug's neighborhood. That's where the largest Oktoberfest celebration in Canada happens every year. Like Kitchener shuts down. Wow. It was in the movie Strange Brew. It's legendary. It's like 3 weeks.
Oktoberfest in Munich ends on October 3rd. So starts on September 16th.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be Septemberfest then? I'm just
yeah.
Germans,
but I get it because again, the lederhosen, those are some short shorts. Some were.
There are over-knee lederhosen as well.
Okay, well, good. Because people should be showing off their knees. Is what I'm saying.
But then again,
Usually,
I don't really care too much how long the shorts are, because
sleeves.
as long as I have long sleeves, I'm fine with short trousers.
Short shorts.
Short shorts, Trev. Daisy
Wear
Dukes.
short shorts. Martin wears short shorts. But I bet you he doesn't have a set of Lemmy shorts, the cutoff jean style.
Oofda. Those are some short shorts.
Nope.
Only Lemmy could pull that off. Did you see Lemmy's
Ryan,
star in the Walk of Fame? Saw that come through the feed the other day. You know, the people, they go and they get their little star and they put their handprints in.
Mm-hmm.
Lemmy's is like this.
Nice.
I think I've seen that one.
Right? Respect.
With Oktoberfest, Ryan, I think there's Oktoberfest all around the world nowadays. And
Oh, yeah.
the biggest one is still in Munich, but that's the Wiesn.
Right? The second one in Kitchener.
In Stuttgart, there's also one that's called the Vasen, and we have around here as well. But the funny thing is, oftentimes when people think of the stereotypical German, they think of the Bavarians, and it's just like 8 or 9 million people out of 80 million. But that's like when you think of German, that's the lederhosen. And in northern Germany, or even in the middle of Germany, nobody wears lederhosen. It's just a...
I don't think anybody really, unless they're forced to by parents, wear it anymore. Let's be honest. There's
I'm in a band, wear a costume.
maybe a few hardcore guys, but I'm thinking, not a lot. It's like you go to Scotland. How many dudes are just randomly walk down the street in a kilt? They can, but
they sometimes wear it for formal events. They choose to wear it for weddings or maybe funerals and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But then it's like a formal attire. But in regular Bavarian citizen doesn't wear lederhosen unless there's some kind of fest, Volksfest, something like that, like an event.
Here in Austria, it's rather common still for people who are driving the cows up into the Alps.
Yeah, Almauftrieb.
Yeah,
putting the cattle
I still never quite understood. I'm wearing shorts, but I need suspenders. I don't get it.
Because those lederhosen are rigid. They don't wear. And you usually have them then for your life.
But that's like for work purpose.
Yeah, that's for work purpose because you don't tear those.
No, it's
right.
Probably stronger than jeans.
Yeah, definitely, most definitely.
I mean, jeans were originally worn by cowboys, weren't they? Like because they were durable as well compared to like.
They called them dungarees back then, didn't they?
Actually, not even. I want to say gold miners.
Gold miners.
It ties in with the gold rush. There's something about durability. I can't remember. The same as the reason for the pop rivets on them and stuff like that. The way the Levi's brand was made. I used to know that, but I don't now. Trev's on it though. He don't know.
Yes. Researching.
Ryan says he's Catholic and German side of family, so most likely Bavarian.
Southern German.
Thank you, Charles.
The farther you go up north in Germany, the less Catholic.
Yeah. Hey, Charles.
Thank you, Charles.
It's for gold miners. Okay, thanks, Charles.
Well, apparently, in the early 20th century, denim was adopted as the preferred workwear fabric of choice for Western cowboys, miners, and farmers. Of course, the farmers had the overalls going.
Yeah.
In the U.S., not only was the fabric cheap, but denim was more durable and sturdy than the popular alternative, traditionally made from cotton, linen, and wool.
Yeah. Which is now, it's translated into like the workwear that you see now, which is just not a denim, like a denim shirt, but it's not dyed the same. So they'll dye a different color or whatever. Right. For construction workers around the world.
Die Walters. Walters from Germany. Michigan. Okay. I think there are a lot of states with German majorities. I think in the US, if it's
Well,
not
It's like
English.
we were saying with Kitchener having the largest Oktoberfest in Canada. Well, it used to be called Berlin before it was called Kitchener. They changed the name for some reason. I don't know.
Maybe in the 30s or 40s of the last century.
Yeah, it was something. It could have been. I think it was in between. They didn't even wait for the second one. They just, you know what? We're just gonna not.
We've had enough already.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
If you don't know what we're talking about, folks, open a history book.
Right?
Wikipedia.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Or ask Bing or ChatGPT.
Yeah, but with ChatGPT, yeah, that thing he might get right, but yeah.
Yeah, history facts the probability is probably higher.
Yeah.
Because it's been trained with stuff that's not changing.
Yeah, still, how these AIs are working is
with probabilities, right?
Yeah, right.
Like completion and
they are having pretty much like a 3D room built, like a 3D matrix, where they place things that have some connection to each other.
Yeah.
And then they are looking for the closest things and build this together to create an answer from that. So they never say they don't know anything. So
it's just making things
because
up.
there's always something close by, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they find something close by and create something out of it, and that can be total bollocks as well. And yeah.
And speaking of accordions, there's Guitar Man 45.
Oh,
Abo
Yankovic. That's your new nickname. if you hate it, I'm sorry.
I
think history by Dr.
Fabric.
He must know because fabric, denim, fabric, you know.
Well, yeah. We got a guy who's an ex-history teacher that's infatuated with fabric, so of course he knew that.
Started with Levi Strauss.
Definitely his wheelhouse.
Was sent canvas that was not suitable for making tents, but great for the miners in the California gold rush. Adopted by other outdoor professionals for durability. I stop now. No, continue. It's better than ChatGPT. Charles GPT.
Charles GPT.
You just mention some kind of fabric or history and start typing.
Charles is the man. I'm just saying. He knows a lot. I like picking his brain on stuff. And he knows a lot of Canadian history too, and it kind of freaks me out. Because usually
Did you know that with ChatGPT, or it's implemented in Bing by Microsoft now, you can also like ask to draw pictures, and this is one I asked to like a black guitar on stage, and this one was drawn by the AI. Just stuff like that. Single cut shaped object, and it always makes a couple of suggestions.
Gotcha.
Which is, it's really interesting to try things out.
I don't want to feed the beast. Figure stuff out on its own fast enough.
You're here to help me, not the other way around.
We're going to be soldering up our own EMP. That's right. We're going to design an EMP to secure our house.
Are you Skynet? Did you watch The Terminator? No.
Hey Sam, we are pretty much mid-journey or end journey of the stream, I guess.
What's up, Sam?
He's a co-worker of mine.
Germans and Austrians have been obsessed with denim ever since. Cowboys, too weird. Why is that? Why we're obsessed with denim? I don't know. Are we?
I know there's a certain following for country music in the area. So I follow a country music artist that basically moved over to Germany for about a decade, and went from playing in the afternoon over here to being a headliner over there type as a result.
Okay. I'm not really hearing a lot of country music.
Maybe he adopted.
Well, you're not going to the country festivals. It's probably like the same as the rockabilly scene, right? Unless you're into it.
Mhm.
That's true. And with cowboys, I just see them at carnival. Usually.
Yeah, and there is that. Let's
Because
call
I
it,
usually see them at Pride events, Trev.
there's a cowboy city
And
in,
a cop and a construction worker.
but there are the Karl May books.
Yeah, those were written like 120 years ago.
Yeah, but still, those are.
They're not that popular anymore, I would say. Karl May, when did he write books? The funny thing is he was never in the US. He just wrote books about the Wild West, but he's never been to the US. He
It's
died in
okay, most of the books
1912.
written over here about the Wild West were all fiction at the time, too.
Do you know about Winnetou, the books? Is that a thing in Canada or the US? Or is this just Germany or
I don't
Austria
know.
or Europe? No?
Not familiar.
Not doesn't ring a bell. Yeah, that's the German author. And they had films about that as well. And the guy playing Winnetou, which is a Native American, was French.
Obviously.
Sure.
Because why not?
And they filmed in Croatia.
And definitely Croatia. It's getting even better. And all the spaghetti
Speaking of
west-
bluegrass,
and
see,
all
it's
the-
all coming in. There's Quentin James. What's up, Pops?
Right.
Hi,
We're
Quentin.
wanting Quentin. Do you know any bluegrass songs since you're from Kentucky? Curious.
Cut my finger. Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the Western movies, the spaghetti westerns, they were filmed in Italy. That's why
Yeah.
they were called spaghetti
Spaghetti.
westerns.
Yeah.
But that's a long time ago.
Okay.
It's too
Jesus,
much
too much game. Right. Yeah, you got to clean up your tone for the bluegrass stuff.
I don't have that setting in the RPX 360.
No.
Guitar up here. Shredding.
Yep.
Do you call that shredding as well? Because you said it's played that fast, Ben. Is that
Well, I use the Canadian term, which is givener.
Yeah.
You know, he's just giving.
Givener?
Usually with a colorful adjective in front of it.
Colorful adjective.
Well,
Okay.
Just F and give
or
it.
he's giving her, just effing giving her, right?
Effing Givener. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know what they call it. It's shredding to me because it's all speed picking. It's like they do stuff on acoustics that I can't even do on electric.
Right.
That's impressive then.
Tommy Emmanuel can also pick extremely fast.
FG, freaking Givener.
That's why we have the Thanksgiving weekend.
Thanks, Givener.
Yeah.
Speaking of October.
Not joking.
Which is also in October.
What? Thanksgiving?
Our
Only
Thanksgiving.
Canada, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's the US in the end of November?
Theirs is, like November.
Closer to Christmas. It kind of kicks off the Christmas season.
Yeah, whereas ours is before Halloween.
With
It's
Black
different
Friday.
harvest dates. Right? Up north here, we harvest a little earlier than they harvest down south.
We have
Makes
something
sense.
similar. Erntedank
Yeah,
Fest.
Erntedank. When is that? October.
Also October.
Yeah, we
I
also
think.
have it in October, so we're climate zone wise closer to you guys.
Mm.
In November, there's not much harvesting going on in Austria usually.
Hunkering down for the winter at that point.
Yep. Sam is asking, what do you guys
The
think
first
about Walter
Sunday.
Trout?
The first Sunday in October.
First Sunday. Okay. Yeah, we're
Just heard
early.
back from Unbelievable. He's like, what does that sound like?
Walter Trout. Yeah. What's he referring
Walter
to?
trout. I've had rainbow, I've had Dolly Vardens, I've had lake trouts, but I've never heard of a Walter trout.
Doesn't ring a bell.
My name rings a bell. For some
Please
reason.
elaborate, Sam. Trout. Trout is a forelle. Walter di Forelle. I have no idea.
Oh, Walter Trout is a fella, not a fish.
He's an American composer.
No, I'm not kidding you. I never heard of Walter Trout. A real bluesman.
Capitals, punctuation. Use your capitals. It's grammar.
Yeah, with capitals, that's a.
See, okay, at least I thought I'd heard of him, at least.
Walter Trout.
American
Yeah,
blues
he
guitar
was with
singer and
John
songwriter.
Mayer.
Okay.
72 years old.
1985 to
He was-
Never seen
1988.
him.
He was in Canned Heat, Dan.
Okay.
From New Jersey, Ocean City.
I can think of a couple of songs of theirs, On the Road Again, Going Up Country.
Looks like
On the road again? That's a classic.
Yep.
I think
Which is
everybody
really
knows
just
that.
Green Onions.
Doesn't ring a bell.
not ringing any bells over here.
North American hit. Yeah, they played
What the
Woodstock,
fuck?
I believe.
Hey, Les.
What's up, Laz?
Hey, lads.
Yeah, I want to say Canned Heat played Woodstock. I want to say.
I think we started too early. We have 17 in the chats now.
Right?
Yeah.
We're just in the wrong time zone for our.
Well, yeah, I was going to
Right.
say it is 11 p.m. for you guys, so I get it.
Yeah. We are.
The last day of work tomorrow. I couldn't care less.
Operation Phoning It In.
Yeah, just a couple of meetings. It's not too bad. So, and you just have a half day. So,
Yeah.
that's good. I mean, with one day or one night with little sleep, that's okay. It's
You say so.
You're still young enough to recover from that. I lost that ability a few years
35. So,
Yeah.
young enough apparently.
You got another 5 to 7 years at least. And then it gets harder and harder.
Then I will not say that anymore.
Yeah, come to think of it, I used to pull all-nighters 10 years ago. Like when we would drive down to North Carolina because I can't sleep in a moving vehicle. So I just stay up through the night and I'll grab a nap once we get there. But then stuff happens and you're up until 11 p.m. again that night. You're like, okay, I've been up since 9 a.m. yesterday. I need sleep.
I mean, you powered through in the US like
Yeah.
crazy. He was like, yeah, I've been up since, I don't know, 1.5 days now.
Yeah, you just kind of go on to autopilot after a while. You just, you're beyond tired.
What's going on with Les? Did you fall asleep on the keyboard? Fall asleep. Or maybe Q for
I think that's for Quentin.
F for, I don't know.
Effing chains.
Ah, okay. Okay. Makes sense now. Quentin
Oh, Bo bought another guitar.
Trans acoustic.
Excellent.
What's a trans acoustic?
Want me to bring it up? All right. come on.
Please.
Ryan Hull says, Ben, you never had four. I would know. I wouldn't have 4 sons. Hence my earlier conversation. Nope.
One kid is enough to watch.
I'm good.
Yeah. Martin did. For me, it's too late to figure stuff out, and too much 58%.
Lifestyle choices.
Yeah,
There we go.
I stick with the choices. That's it.
Oh,
Okay, is that
So it's got some rigging inside of it.
got the digitals in it.
okay?
Nice.
Not
Nice
bad.
looking guitar.
I've always dug Yamaha guitars.
It's okay, price wise.
What's that?
A lot of
Got some
electronics.
extra holes in it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those are your controls, right?
Oh, those are dials, not holes. All right.
Yeah.
See, that's glasses. That's the difference there for my eyesight.
Well, that and Taylor has a similar deal
With
for nubs.
controls on the side of the body.
Yeah. It's right here. Cool, man. We look forward to seeing that on Saturday. Oh, probably won't be there yet. He orders everything online. Right?
Just a
Shifting.
Water Buffalo meeting on Saturday.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
You're in Croatia or in the car?
I'm in Vienna, but I'm
Vienna.
with my buddy in Vienna. So
Are you meeting France?
no, Fido. Once
Vito.
more.
Okay. But are you taking the classic vibe with you to bring it to France?
No, I won't, because
You're not
France
seeing
is
him.
coming to us when we are returning as well.
Is he?
And
So in September he's
in
coming.
September, yeah,
Cool.
for the whiskey tasting.
That's the first weekend of September, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's like right into Oktoberfest.
Exactly. Sounds so
Yep.
wrong, but it's true. It's true.
Accurate.
September
happy.
is time for Oktoberfest.
But that event is way better than Oktoberfest.
That's Martin's Whiskey Fest.
not
I
mine.
mean, he's just attending, but
I'm attending. But yeah, we're gonna
Well,
have
that could get sloppy.
steaks from
the best steak,
grilled from
dry aged.
world champions. They were grilling barbecue world champions at some point.
Oh,
And there are seven different steaks grilled from different kind of beef. So
All the animals.
yeah, Wagyu. There's
Just- Charles is in Texas. He goes, only 7?
yeah, there's water buffalo, Angus. Yeah, a few others as well.
Water buffaloes. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Wait a second. That's the picture from last year. The table with all the meat.
Hashtag all the meat.
Yeah, it's literally tables full of meat.
Yeah, I don't even need the whiskey. I just want all that.
And with every meat you get, you also get a whiskey.
All the meat, all the
I
whiskey.
couldn't-
Trev,
I-
you have to come
couldn't
here
do
at
that.
some point.
What an excellent idea. Yeah. Give me a corner where I can
I'd
put
like
a
to
fire,
drink
and
beer.
I'm going to be grilling and drinking, and it'll be fun.
Well,
Grilling,
they're
drinking.
grilling for you there. That's
just enjoying.
Well,
Just
they better know
enjoy.
what they're doing, or I'll call them out. I'll tell you what.
Well, they're world
I'm the kind
champions.
of guy
Trav.
who'll send my steak back if it ain't right.
They're world
they won the
champions,
world
Trav. I'm
championship
thinking they're
with some-
competent.
Fair enough. But I mean,
Kangaroo. No, not Australia. Austria, Ryan. we
I'm the
don't
kind
have
of guy that
kangaroo.
sends the steak back, but I'm also the kind of guy that when I get there, I tell the waitress what I'm ordering, what I want. Blah 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 steak, Chicago medium rare. I cook steaks for 10 years. If he gets it right, there's a beer on my tab for the cook. So make sure you tell him. And it never fails. You always get a fantastic meal.
Cool.
9 times out of 10, your cook's going to enjoy drinking beer. And the fact that you bought him a beer, he's going to make sure you get what you're supposed to get.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
Little pro tip for you. I know I used to do that. Back then, they'd send us the beer at the time because we could drink while we were working. But
Well,
Let's
yeah,
stop that.
technically we weren't supposed to, but who cares?
and
Yeah.
It only matters if somebody complains.
Of the grilled beef from last year.
Let me check. There is one, but just a small piece because I was busy eating.
I think I'm doing steak tonight.
yeah, me too now, all of a sudden.
Yeah, great.
Nice. That's cooked perfectly.
No schnitzel, now it's steak.
Yeah.
When this wraps up, I'm making steak. Now, what I'm making with it for sides, we're not sure yet. We'll see.
Potatoes.
Doesn't matter.
In a variety of vegetables, probably.
A side of
Because
another
I need to
steak.
eat more vegetables.
Krenner is not coming this year.
No,
isn't
Krenner
it?
is not coming this year.
Me
unfortunately.
neither. I'm passing this year as well because it's my niece's birthday on the same day. So I'm maybe or hopefully going next year again
Yeah. See if
because
I have...
whiskey and steak.
Sweet. Bo in the middle of nowhere is getting fiber before me. That's come on. I'll be the last person with real internet in the world.
Well, there is still Germany.
Yeah.
Germany has really bad internet in a lot of places still.
They don't even know what fast internet is.
Yeah.
Some places. No fabric then.
No, I don't have a picture of this.
I need to get some more of that Mexican corn, Trev. It's
Good.
good stuff.
But I will have to send you some of the local sodas then.
Yes. Can't be any worse than the last one I tried. That not this Saturday. Next Saturday. Oh,
How much would be shipping a soda to Canada cost?
a lot.
Probably, if you're going to send one, you should send 3 because it's only going to
Yeah, a
Or
bunch.
10 or
A bunch.
All 6.
But really local or Austrian?
Yeah, the
The
Foes.
Foes.
Yeah.
Okay,
The really local one.
the really local ones. Okay. They're pretty good.
Less sugar than most others you find in the store.
Mm.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Healthy-ish.
And healthy.
Less
Still not healthy.
less unhealthy.
Can't be worse than the British stuff where they substitute half the sugar for aspartame, so they all taste like nasty diet drinks.
The Scottish
Again,
one.
wait for the video next week, folks.
Okay. Isn't the Scottish one still your favorite? Iron Brew?
And this one's Scottish too, come to think of it.
Oh God.
There may be a theme going here.
All I know is if I ever travel to the United Kingdom, I'm going to be awfully thirsty while I'm there.
Just water for me.
They have good beer and good whiskey. Just saying.
Yeah.
A fellow might have to step back. on the
know,
for a
Trev,
couple
I
days.
don't like beer that looks like it's melted tar. Like, no,
They have-
I like
They
I
have
like it in
lager beer as
amber.
well.
you know.
Kilkenny, Ben. If you're gonna go there, you can drink the Kilkenny, and it tastes like a delicious beer. It's not heavy. It's not a Guinness. It's not something you got to cut with a knife and a fork.
Kilkenny is a good one, but they also have lager beer. That's not they don't
Yeah.
just
You don't have to drink a
exclusively have stout and ales.
A warm stout, no less.
Yeah. Ugh.
Who needs a warm beer? I don't like that.
Love
It'll be like 2 words: Coca-Cola.
Well, you'll have
But
to
even
bring
then, it
that.
would taste because they would have that screwed up aspartame reduced sugar thing, so they'd screw that up. So
Well, maybe
yeah,
there they
I'll
have
to watch
Canadian
it.
Coke, like we have Mexican Coke here. Maybe in the UK they have Canadian Coke. It's kind of like the novelty. That's
That
going
would
to cost
be
you $10 for 4 bottles, but whatever.
What brewery? Sam Smith. Which what brewery?
Oh yeah, Ben Tom spent some time over there, so
Yeah, he lived in England for a period of time. Legit peat bog miss with no. See, I don't want something that smells swampy.
I don't want my whiskey to taste like the beach.
No,
Saltwater beach. no less.
the beach. You wish the beach. It's the swamp that is before the beach with the winter melt off.
Right.
Like,
No peat. For Pete's sake.
Yeah. Ooh, it has a quality musty smell. That tells me the cork went off.
Oh, there you go. Bountiful.
Big melons.
That looks
Yeah.
delicious.
I'll take 2.
Melons.
Yeah.
A real handful.
Yeah.
This beer is no longer being produced by the brewery. They got probably sued. I don't know. Hobgoblin. Yeah, I think I've seen one like that. A ruby beer. Okay, whatever that tastes like. Do you have a lot of craft beer in Canada as well? Because that's a
Yes.
little bit of a hype here.
I detest it all.
Okay, okay.
I don't like craft beer. No, I'm one of those people. I like mass-produced. Like, I like Labatt's Blue. I like Budweiser. I like a simple mass-produced beer. I'm not an aficionado in any way, shape, or form. Same as I like my whiskey, nice and simple. Canadian Club. Done.
Nice
Oh,
Canadian
This
rye with
ginger ale, life's happy.
No
Right.
microbrewery stuff, craft beer shenanigans.
thanks.
you're
I've been
rolling
doing
the
some
dice
of the
every time.
microbrewery hops, and they're weird enough.
Mhm.
IPAs. I'll never roll the dice on an IPA ever again.
I never had one I liked. No.
I like a lot of
Take my word
IPAs.
for it. Don't even bother.
Nope,
I
I
like-
don't
I
like
like a lot
IPAs
of them.
at all.
I've been to I were at a couple of whiskey tastings. I think half of them at least with you, and beer tastings as well. All the tastings.
Nice.
And
If
Tom,
there's
we
alcohol
know about
involved.
your fancy beer taste. RJ told us the last time he was on. Because we're
About
like,
beer
tell us
tasting.
something about Tom back in college. He's like, he insists on only drinking the fancy beers and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Quite funny. He
Tom
threw you under the
tried
bus pretty
in
good,
the
Tom.
well.
Just saying.
Well, he's
Okay.
admitting to double and triple IPAs is his favorite.
Oh yeah.
For me, that's
Like
like you've taken the good beer out and the stuff that's left over, you put a little water through that and you're going to drink that. It's the mash. It's like too hoppy.
I like that.
And Bo says, sounds like the 80s to me. Those were the beers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lass
like-
is sending a link.
It's like all you can drink is Heineken. No. It's thin. It's nasty.
That's hard pass on Heineken.
I guess it's the link to his show, right?
Is it? I can check.
That's for Laz's show later. He's got a new
Okay.
gear day. The best way to start a purge is NGD.
You buy stuff so you can purge more,
Yeah.
right?
I'm not saying a word.
Life in 5 hours. Then I will definitely be sound asleep.
I am not saying a word
Wow.
because I got 2 pedals in today. So
Tom made his own beer and used to import the hops from Germany.
Oh, okay.
of course you did, Tom. Because Tom goes 100% when he does.
Yeah.
I don't mind the backs. I can stuck a Heineken or two, but it's a little bit too skunky for me on preference. But I do like Beck's, but Heineken's, of course, Dutch. Just trying to think of beers from that area that we can actually get here. Don't mind a Steinlager.
We
What else have I
mostly
tried from that
drink
general
the
area?
local beer from.
I probably want to try European Pilsner, Trev, just because I like
Yeah.
blue.
Yeah.
See how much of a actual Pilsner blue is. Considering that it somehow got changed to a lager at some point.
Indeed.
So I should add some beer as well.
Soda and beer.
Well,
soda.
now you're going to get into trouble because you can't ship alcohol.
No,
Oh.
plus I don't drink anymore, so
Okay.
no.
Just soda.
Once in a
That's a
while I'll
lie.
have a beer, but if I'm out somewhere I might have one, but very rare, yeah.
But you can ship soda.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Can't find the picture.
It's that
Yeah, because
whole
we-
alcohol tobacco thing that enters a whole nother clause of stuff that's being shipped.
Yeah.
It's-
You have an easier time shipping rose.
even within my own country, I couldn't ship beers to Ben. And if I
Wow.
did, it has to be
Because-
pre-approved. I have to be a retailer. I
Yeah.
have to be,
And I also have to be a retailer, and it has to be on the approved list that can be
and I
sold
have
out
to
of
ship
province.
it ground. I can't ship it air.
Man.
Well, that's so it doesn't explode under the depressurization, I think.
Right. All my beers were open. Those bastards in the luggage department. Weird though. They opened with the flap going up instead of down.
So yeah,
Thanks,
I'm gonna
bro.
have to get some, especially also from that one with the Zirbe.
That's a good one.
Pine cone.
That's a good one.
Oh dear lord.
It's
That
not-
just sounds maple adjacent to me. That's just maple adjacent.
It's definitely not.
No, it's not. It's really
It's got a
not
nice
that-
piney taste. Mmm.
No,
I'm gonna go top up on fluids. I'll be right back.
that one actually tastes more like grapefruit. I would say
Oh.
some little
It's-
bitter taste.
It's pinkish
Yeah.
in color, but it's a really good one. It's my wife's favorite as well. It's not that strong. It's not like you're licking a pine cone with sugar or something like that. So it's really good.
The
We had
last
that-
one I did was a Shandy Aid, I think it was called.
Mm-hmm. Can't find the picture.
Smelled just like beer. Did not taste like beer at all. But smelled like beer.
Okay.
Weird.
Tom says, my new hot pink sparkly guitar has flame maple neck.
Nice.
Nice. And he loves flame maple.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
That's nice. You don't have to lick it. It only took 6 months for the paint to dry. Can you say nitro?
Wow. What kind of paint is that?
That would be thick nitro.
Yeah.
Thick nitro, which never dries completely.
No.
Does it?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well,
never.
it dries, but it
Yeah,
keeps
years?
curing. Sort of like glue. Like glue cures and cures and cures until it just becomes brittle.
Yeah.
5A roasted flame. Woo. Nitro
Whoa.
finish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Nitro finish, yeah. Obviously.
What's up, Zach Thon?
It's like... Yeah, correct. It never dries completely. It is flexible, but appears dry for all intents and purposes. Yeah. That's why I also have the problems with all these softeners in the plastic or rubber when it's touching the nitro finish.
That's why I keep my Gibson in its case. Because it won't fit in the rack. And I'm not leaving it on a surgical tubing stand.
Yeah, definitely not.
I don't care if they go nitro friendly. You know what it is? It's case. Its case is nitro friendly.
I have a nitro stand. This one. It's like this material.
Right.
Silicone-like material without
By
softener.
K&M is the brand, German.
Okay.
And this works just fine because I have my Gibson and all my nitro guitars. I just have 4 with nitro finish. 2 Gibsons, 1 Road Warner and PRS. They're all on there. That works just fine.
Yeah. Gibson also made a boo-boo once when they made a case. When the case itself, the plush in there had some softeners in it,
Oh, really?
and it burned the guitars in the case.
Where were these cases made?
I don't
Canada.
know.
Because some of the Gibson cases were made in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just basically Yorkville cases rebranded.
Yeah, they made a boo-boo many times.
It's a big
Tom, yeah,
boo-boo then?
but that one was
Major boo-boo.
that was major.
Major boo-boo.
I mean, the case you give with the guitar, it destroys the guitar. That's special case of boo-boo.
A special case with boo-boo.
Yeah.
Boo-boo case. Oh, that's really...
Ooh, look at the flame on that neck.
What neck?
Let's
Oh, did you get a picture? Holy
where
moly.
do we solo layout? Wow.
And then the glitter, all the glitter. Hang on.
The 6-month drying glitter.
Yeah, come on. Turn. Thank you. Digicals. I hate them.
Oh, wow. That's like a lot of glitter.
Okay, and I can tell that started life as a Frankie style body. You can tell by where the humbucker's just been gouged in with, I don't know, I think he used an old butter knife or something. I'm not sure exactly, but that's rough. Vintage style trim, because it's got 6 holes. That's fine. That's fine.
Yep.
It's like a steak on the brain now. I'm going to think of a steak.
Tom, did you also lacquer that headstock? Did you apply anything before lacquering it so the flame is getting more prominent?
I thought so, Tom. I figured it was an old Frankie style.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody else takes that time to butcher out a humbucker route like that. I want it to look authentically bad. Sure.
So you got to use an old rusty chisel with no edge on it or something.
Exactly. Then again, are you going to install the bridge in the wrong position like Eddie did too?
In for a penny, in for a
Tongue oil.
pound.
Just a tongue oil.
Is that what do you have on your PRS kit? Is that tongue oil as well, or
No, I've used first I've used water-based dye to get the mahogany darker, and then I've used true oil,
true oil, right? Not tongue oil. Okay.
thin layer of nitro.
Back in my woodworking days, I made a couple of big spoons, ladles and stuff out of wood. And you use walnut oil because it's food safe, right?
Okay.
Walnut oil does a pretty nice job of preserving and staining the wood. It's a little dark.
Yeah. Okay, the neck is roasted, so it doesn't really need to be finished.
True oil on my nut. Okay. Oil on the nut?
I use Marvel Mystery Oil. I don't know what's in it. It's a mystery.
Why are you using true oil on the nut? Because that one also has poly in it. And it dries.
Tom's allergic to about half the things in the world.
That'd be a bad idea. I won't send you any wood cutlery, Tom. Promise.
It burns when I touch it.
Head blew up.
Put the spoon down. I can't. My fingers have swollen around it.
Right.
No lies in true oil. Exactly, Seth.
Well, they spell it TRU only, so
Not like Tom did.
no.
Then the joke doesn't work.
Hey Ryan,
Right?
Hey Ryan, did this
Hey.
the other Ryan?
Cheers, brother.
Speaking of Ryan, where's Ryan Hall?
Asleep.
Asleep, playing the banjo.
He's like, I too am going for a steak, but I'm chicken frying it.
right. Oh,
Which I think they just call it chicken fried because they don't want to say schnitzel with a southern accent.
Anaphylaxis runs in my family.
keeps.
Okay, it's auto-corrected.
There's Ryan.
He's here!
Here.
Cowboy hat and the guitar. All good. Les is also still lurking. Sometimes popping up. Probably busy.
So now I'm really curious how Tom uses that on the nut. Are you using that to, soften the
Lubricate
edges
strings.
somewhat?
Some
Because
removal.
when it,
How do you have a locking nut in it? Why are you lubricating a locking nut? That seems counterproductive.
well, the thing is with a true oil dries. That one has poly in it, so it gets a finish like really, really thin film of poly on it.
Okay.
So it's not like you would have nothing on it, or it's lubricating.
So
It's
it's like
dry,
the opposite of nitro then,
kind of.
with poly and
In my stint into looking into knife making, I came across a fellow on YouTube who took like 10 different kinds of oils. The 3-in-1, the WD-40s, the silicone lubricants, the regular motor oil, vegetable oil, blah, 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 and treated all these blank knives and put them out in the rain for like months to see what would give it the best durability and what would last the longest. And the 3-in-1 beat them all for coating the metal and protecting it from the elements.
And he said he does this on the non-locking nuts as well.
Okay.
It's like, not the one I sent you. I'm like, well, I don't know, Tom. You sent me a photo of a guitar with a locking nut. Then you're talking about lubing the nut. I'm like, Just checking.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah, like
Yep.
I'm just thinking easy. Like you
So
don't
basically,
you don't
you
need to
coat it
lube
a
a
little
walking
bit
nut.
before
Seems
you
counterproductive.
There was a time where I saw a fellow on a show asking about putting nut sauce on his locking nut, but luckily we stopped him before he got to do that.
Yeah.
So Tom, are you using it like Big Ben's nut sauce, something like that, for the nut slots?
The way I see it, he's using it more like he's coating the nut just
Yeah.
a little bit with the polish, so it slides better through it.
It's
Seasoning
not
it.
breaking.
Aren't you supposed
But
to use
he's coating
graphite?
the string then and not lubricating the nut slot.
Yeah, or coating both, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I never remember to lube when I do a Strat setup. I didn't
That's-
lube this one. Then again, I don't really use the wiggle stick a whole lot. So
Process.
If a fellow wanted to use his wiggle stick, he's got a Floyd to use.
well, I do have some 3-in-1 oil up on the shelf if I wanted to.
I think everybody should have a bottle. I got one just outside of arm's reach.
I found it in the garage during the move here. I was like, oh, snag.
It's the newer one, right? It's not the metal, it's the plastic.
Mine's the metal. That's why, yeah, mine's the metal.
3-in-1 Hue.
Some cobwebs.
Charles got called into another meeting
By Charles.
by Charles.
Aw.
In high demand. Still.
Unless I do a minor perk, and well, yeah.
I'm gonna need a nap after this.
After the steak, anyways. After this, after the steak,
No, I'm back.
Don't like a light.
That was quick.
That's what she said.
Well, yeah. That was a short one. Short meeting. 3-in-1 works. Okay. A couple of syringes of that nut sauce. Yeah. Interestingly, on the Thomann website, I think they put the price on there per liter, and it's like hundreds of euros per liter.
Oh, you're right.
Because they have it like in these small syringes, and it's just like a couple of milliliters.
5 milliliters, something,
Yeah,
like
something
this.
like that. Let me check. Big Benz, and they have.
How much for a jug?
Can't afford that. Yeah, it says like 12,400 euro per liter. What the fuck?
Lizard spit?
I've heard
Not
of
sure
that.
if you can read
I got-
it.
I got demon spit.
I use the lizard spit to,
Here below the euro price, 12,400 per liter. What the?
Wow.
I use the lizard spit to polish my my 335 and also the road one Strat.
That's just for nitro. The lizard
Nitro
spit.
finish. You can use it on any finish, but
Okay.
it works on
And it was working great on the lava telly, right?
Yeah, that's
With all the grooves and stuff of the body.
yeah. Well, should I tell the story? Well, I have to now.
Now you have
Right.
to.
Because I thought I'd be clever to polish the lava telly to telly with the sandblasted.
Oh, really?
And yeah, oh really?
Oh, really?
You can think what happened because the polish, that lizard spit, got stuck in the
Every
pores
crack.
of that rough finish.
Mhm.
And yeah, then I had to remove it somehow. And how would you do it, Ben? I'll tell you afterwards how I did it.
I don't know. I just probably want to wear it away somehow. I don't know. I just keep buffing and try to get it. I don't know. Compressed air? No.
But I'm not sure what you used. Did you use some kind of brush?
I used a toothbrush.
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush. Yes. That makes good sense.
I hope it was a soft one.
Yeah. It was the old used one. That already already got softened, and with that one I've brushed it out. Yeah, it was pretty much the obvious choice for me when I've seen texture and how.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
It's
with a
stuff
soft
that's-
toothbrush, you're probably not at risk at scratching something.
no, not at all. Far from it. But yeah, it's something I won't do again. That guitar won't get polished ever again.
All the grime in the pores.
That's what
So
you
be
get.
it.
Relic.
No, the guitar weighs 1.5 pounds more than when I bought it, but that's just my DNA. You know,
Bank on it.
Yeah.
the guy hit some compressed air on it, you might knock some weight out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, so Chet was also guessing.
Vacuum
Ryan
cleaner.
was
hair dryer.
guessing with a vacuum
Wash
cleaner.
with tears.
Yeah, pretty much. No, Charles. Yeah. Yes, Charles. But I managed. You've seen the one where maybe the short that we've made or that I've made
I think
afterwards.
he watched it.
And
I think he commented it
yeah.
below the video.
And that one was after I've cleaned everything with the toothbrush again. So yeah, all went well.
It's shiny and white now, as your teeth. No, what? The red guitar.
Yeah. Tom can't wait for the nitro finish on his vintage Strat to age naturally.
Mhm.
Fiesta red over Olympic white.
Ooh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool.
Zach uses the Dunlop 65 guitar polish.
Do I have that? Ultimate lemon oil. No.
I use McGuire's.
And Ryan says, what up, PCC?
I use whatever automotive polish I have around at the time. Just because I have jugs and jugs and jugs of automotive polish, so I'm good for like lifetime supply.
That's what I've used to polish my Pires kit build.
Okay. Automotive polish.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that
That's
one.
automotive paint. Might as well use an automotive polish on it.
Well, it's True Oil that I have on it, so it's
Isn't that
poly.
for guns?
everything.
Okay.
True oil.
Yeah, True Oil is also for guns, or you can use it for pretty much anything. It's just some clear coat where
After a while, Ryan, you end up polishing your guitars because you can't see the finish anymore under all the grime.
Yeah.
Also depends, how much you sweat when you play too. Like, the difference playing around here, I barely have to polish a guitar anymore. It's more clean the dust off than anything else. Whereas when I was gigging all the time, you sweat all over a guitar for a few hours. It gets pretty rough pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would not use automotive polish for nitro guitar.
No, the
Because
polish that I'm
like-
having, that was McGuire's.
Yeah, the finish is way too thin for
Something.
car polish, so it
Yeah,
would be
so-
polished right off.
Yeah, I'm not using that one on the 325
For poly finishes, when I have scratch, I have the Dario Restore Detailer. It works pretty nicely to polish out bigger scratches. Don't use it on satin finishes. I did, and I'm stupid, but no more satin after using the polish. Who would have known?
And Ryan says, it's like making the bed. What's the point? Just gonna get back in every night.
I never do. Waste of time.
Yeah.
I never went to the military, so I never had to. Did you?
Yes, I had to.
You had to. Long time ago.
It's gone? You mean the lack of the seafoam green on the back of your Strat, Tom? It looks like Rory Gallagher's
For the
Strat.
leg.
There's nothing left.
finish. It's like Rory Gallagher Strat.
Yeah, it's like Rory Gallagher Strat. There's like, oh, there's a little paint.
And a lot of wood.
Yeah, because Tom just sweats acid, so.
Okay, I don't. That's interesting. I just watched a video where they talked about the Rory Gallagher, and they were talking about why the guitar looks like this, and they were just saying because he played it a lot, and I was like, no, because his sweat was acidic. Not, probably both, but people with normal kind of sweat would never get their guitar to look like that. It's just not possible.
Yeah, Bo says my guitars were always cleaned up right away after any show. I try to as well, but sometimes you're in a hurry and you forget.
I'm not playing shows, but when I play at home, I just wipe down the neck with cloth. And what I also like for the strings to feel fresh for a longer time, like a slide across the strings. Just maybe avoid changing strings.
Brenner also said that he's wearing down strings like crazy.
That's why he's buying the cheap ass Harley Benton strings. Yeah. Gallagher looks like because it's been 4 days on the bottle. It was stolen. It's been 4 days in the creek. Okay, that's not his sweat then. I thought it's just because his acidic sweat.
That's interesting. So I need to drown my guitar to look like this.
I don't recommend it.
Put the electronics out before.
Yeah, pull the electronics.
When I'm going to Croatia to the sea, just drop it in the ocean.
In the ocean, sure. Just maybe unscrew. You need a screwdriver then as well for your tools.
No.
Ivan multi-kit. This is also great if you go on vacation because you could, if there's something you have to unscrew, and if you need an Allen key, an Allen key.
Mm-hmm.
This one's pretty handy.
It's to carry a similar device.
This one just comes with some Ibanez guitars, so this one's pretty cool, and it's not too expensive if you buy it standalone. It's like $10 or $15. But I think it's all metric, so it's not ideal for US Fenders and Gibsons.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you can use it once or twice on it until you round off all the connections, but
I think the Mexican Fenders are also Imperial.
Not sure.
Not sure?
No.
See you, Ryan. Catch me in a couple hours.
See you, Ryan.
See you, Ryan.
On our Trans Trim Thursday. 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, folks.
I shall try to tune in if I'm still awake. You're like, it's 8 p.m. I know. We already discussed. Taking a nap, possibly.
And I think we will end around at midnight.
Yeah.
So in
Sounds good.
about 10 minutes.
We're again at 3 hours.
Well, we just have one live hang per month, so I think it's okay to go a bit longer.
Yeah.
I mean,
We digress.
Charles and Seth have a weekly stream, so they in total have a longer stream time per month than we have. But they pretty strictly keep it to 1 hour.
Yeah,
They
because
do.
last afterwards.
Last is afterwards. We're not that disciplined. Rambling on and digressing.
It happens. Yeah, but we also celebrate much more lifestyle choices on this channel than Charles does.
True.
Of course, if Charles' wife tuned in and sees him day drinking at 11 a.m. on the show,
that would make
well, again, I was on the show last week and I was not sober for his show. So.
Drags him out of the show.
Right.
Then it's like on TV broadcast, technical difficulties.
Yeah. Just goes through a test pattern. Okay.
When I call up somewhere and I have a complaint, I would like someone with an accent, like, just to be like, I'm very sorry it happened because this sounds so sweet and kind. There's an innocence to their accents. Who? We, Lucas and Martin, have the most
Thanks,
pleasing
Tom.
accent when I speak. Thanks for calling it pleasing.
Yeah.
To make me a voice answering message using Lucas and Martin's voices. Nobody wants to hear that.
No, I don't think so.
ChatGPT, give me an answering
Don't you
message.
keep claiming Charles. Charles keeps claiming that his wife cuddles better than us, but Charles, you've never cuddled with me, so how do you know?
He's
Yeah.
not
Fair
speaking
point.
from experience, so it's just a statement.
Yeah, you assume. You assume.
That's a very bold statement.
Bold statement indeed.
Charles is just like, that is not a pillow. Okay. And Ryan's asking, you're back teaching yet? I'm like, it's only mid-August, but then I realized there are some kids already back in school, which is weird for me because we don't go back to school till after Labor Day around here.
Hi, this is Tom's phone, but he's not here. This is Lucas. Oh, Martin, you figure out which one. I don't care. Where is Tom?
Back August 28th.
Back August 28th.
I can record something for that, something like that for you, if you.
Tom is
really
currently not available. He will be back for Oktoberfest in September.
want. Just send me the text and I can record you something.
You should do a Fiverr account. You want me to make you record a voice message? I'm your guy. You can choose how thick the Austrian accent.
Cameos by Lucas and Martin.
Right?
Book us
I have a
now.
birthday coming up.
Yeah,
It's a business idea.
from Martin to Arnie.
This range. From Martin to Arnie. This is Martin hasta la vista.
But I think you do it better than I do.
His accent, he's been in the US since the 70s, I think.
And-
Arnold.
Yeah. Half a century and he's still barely.
The Styrian accent is just very thick. Do your relatives in Styria talk like that when they talk English? You should try to talk with them.
I have never,
Or no English at all, probably.
never.
On the other hand, when you make a living lifting heavy things, there's not a lot of. I'm not saying he's not the brightest candle on the menorah, but
Actually, he's really intelligent. He has a proven really high IQ and really knows what he's doing.
Not
And
in language skills, I assume.
even in that, because
Okay.
he has a trainer to keep his accent, because that was
What?
yes,
It's like his trademark.
it is his trademark, and to not lose it, he has someone training him to keep his accent. So
you can
yeah,
enunciate a little better. You can still have an accent, and like at least I can understand you guys. Is what I'm saying. Him, I'm like, what? It's like spit out the marbles, try again.
Big money to hear that accent on the recording. I can't imagine.
I can't imagine, but I've heard that. I've heard that one as well.
I don't
when I was
agree.
there.
I don't agree. Sorry.
Yeah,
You don't know that many Austrians or Germans.
yeah.
It's just average, as everywhere. Average IQ of 100, so you have a lot of idiots and some smart folks. But it's not.
It's got to be rednecks everywhere, I'm sure.
And the smart Germans and Austrians, they emigrated in the 30s, last century. So.
Yeah, you can spot the rednecks. They're the ones that usually have a vehicle and or appliances outside of the home in non-working order. That's how you know.
Yeah, but a lot of there was some kind of a brain drain before the Second World War, so no wonder. I thought no one has as many rednecks. Well, we don't call them rednecks over here. We call them Aussies.
Hinterwäldler.
Hinterwäldler. That's pretty much the redneck.
I'm not taking it back, Ryan. You know you've got some neighbors that you look over and you're like, wow, you have more appliances outside your home than inside your home.
Take that back. Exclamation mark and question mark.
Yeah. Now, if there's like 5 vehicles up on blocks in the yard, he might just be a car guy doing various projects and restorations. But if it's just a single one, yeah.
As long as it changes every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be required then. In the ghetto or redneck area. Up on blocks.
Same here, Tom, when I drink.
This one? Okay.
Uh-huh. Same here when I drink.
Country Einstein. His brain was like a calculator.
You usually have a recliner or a love seat along with the appliance. Yep, this is true. Although with modern TVs, it's not like the old days where you go in and the new TV's just sitting on top of the old broken TV.
Who needs furniture anyway?
You never have to go for car parts or appliances.
Right.
Yeah.
Indoor lazy boy chairs on an outdoor Porsche. Hey, Franz is joining. Still
Hey,
awake,
Franz.
Franz? Our man in Vienna.
Yeah. So he can either confirm or deny what we are saying. So,
About?
yeah.
Insel.
Schnitzel or Hinterwäldler or whatever.
Hinterwäldler in Vienna. In the big city. Oh, well.
Okay, Tom, we have them here too. I've been accused
Make
of
sure
being
you
one.
have shotgun.
I am one. Who am I kidding? I just got rid of the vehicle, a couple vehicles out of my yard this year. You think, Trav, the neighbors must have loved that, eh? We move in, we're just moving vehicles into the yard, and they don't move.
Right.
Like, oh, great.
You know you're a redneck if your wife and your mom are related. Wow, now we're getting deep.
Oh, wow. That's what she said.
I was waiting for that one.
Sorry, it took some time. Still reading.
When
still
your
reading.
family tree looks more like a straw, there's no branches
I have
on
a
the
neighbor
tree.
with 8 vehicles in his yard. What exactly kind of vehicles are we talking about? Like cars and bikes?
Yes.
Or tractors
Cars,
and
trucks, probably a
tanks.
minivan or two.
At least one
trucks?
boat.
And one random boat. Right? There's always a boat.
'Cause there could be a
Like a
flooding.
14-foot outboard motor boat. Yeah.
Boat on a trailer.
4 autos, 2 are drivable.
Perfect. Yeah, and the other 2 are parts cars. I get it. And usually the daily driver, it's like it started as a red car, so it's got a red roof, but it's got like white doors, a blue fender. Yeah. I know those ones. There's lots of Chevettes around like that.
2 boats, Ben. Not just one.
Okay. And yeah, broken down swimming pool, like it caved in above ground, like one side's caved in, the rest is just up.
The water's green as
Yeah. Yeah, it's got about 4 inches of water, just green. Just
And
all the
leaves.
algae.
the frogs are living in there.
Yeah, it's more of a science experiment or a nature preserve at this point.
Was a swimming pool back in the day.
Man, now we're going to stereotypes.
I was thinking the fridge on the front porch, but it's got like one of those chrome handles. And you're like, they haven't made those since the 50s. How is that still there? Oh, yeah, it's a big case of West Nile virus in the pool in the backyard.
Mosquitoes, the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, the entire mosquito population of the neighborhood's there, yeah.
Tommy's really drawing a nice picture there.
I think Tom's speaking from experience. You know, he's probably looking at his window right now, describing 3 houses down across the street.
A real-time account of what's going on next door.
It's just way too detailed.
Yeah, and you're like, why can't you put one of those cars? See, he mentions the garage, right? And they say, why can't you put a car in? But as soon as you open the garage door, it's just a wall of junk. Like, yeah.
Oh,
He has 2 refrigerators in his garage in case he gets a really big deer.
Yeah. Yeah, you have 2 refrigerators in the garage in case you get a big deer. Yeah.
Gotta have to. 20 cars. All
3 tractors, 15 to 20 lawnmowers. Yep. And the grass is still waist high, so you lose about half the lawnmowers.
Nothing's
Depending
working.
on the time of year, because not one of them work.
Not one.
So if you walk out, you feel like the gladiator when he's walking down the hill.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, it's almost at the point where you just got to burn the grass off to find where everything is because you can't mow it.
More cars.
Yeah.
What's she doing around here? Oh, jeez. Well,
I guess.
Pennsylvania, apparently.
There we go. Hey, we made it 3 hours.
Yeah.
We made it 3 hours.
Awesome.
And we have to power through tomorrow on our last work day before we go off to holiday or vacation.
You do. I just have to release a video tomorrow. That's already
We
been
do.
shot. Probably a Fender product because I got a bunch of Fender videos. Well, Squire, Fender, one or the other, both, neither. Not a Gretsch for one. I already did a Gretsch this week, Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully the nut is cut correctly of that Fender product.
They're okay on the Squires. There's just the Fenders that suck. I don't understand that.
How do you spell QC?
Charles, you just had one yesterday.
Charles is not happy. Come on. More Gretsch.
I don't know if I have any more Gretsch videos coming up soon, Charles. I think I've done them all. I've done like 6. Nobody watches them other than you, Charles. That's the problem.
That's not true. I
The
watched
LTD one wasn't exactly taken off today either.
I still have to watch those. I was just too busy today. A lot of things to do before I'm leaving.
Thanks, Ryan.
Franz is also going to sleep. That's actually a good idea, Franz. And so
It's a good idea. I concur.
after 3 hours, we're wrapping it up finally for the second and last time.
For the August edition of Live with L&M Guitar Corner.
Featuring Ben and Trev.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks
Always
for having me.
Joining
happy
you guys.
to appreciate the invite, guys.
It's been a pleasure. And everyone in the chat also, thanks a lot for joining us. We will have one more video in August, and then we will be back in September.
Yeah.
Right after our vacations.
Might be that we were having two weeks without video.
A little break.
So it's a little break. The first time now in 2.5 years.
Yeah, not much pre-produced, but
It is what
just
it is.
check out Ben's videos.
There we go.
Check out Ben's video. Check out.
Yeah, I'm putting out a
Trevor's
video every day these days, so go on over there.
Check out Trev. Check out Charles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hit 4,800 subs today. There we are.
Nice.
Cool. So yeah, thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great time, and see you
Great time.
soon.
Cheers,
See ya.
folks.
Bye.
Bye.